Are we at the point now where Bianca Censori is more relevant than Kanye West? When I see Kanye pop on my screen, I roll. When I see her, I am locked in.
Can I rephrase your question?
Yeah,
do I like chicks or guys?
No. And the titties keep growing. I need to see what the titties look like when he first started dating her, and then I need to see what the titties look like now.
How are you making natural bigger?
I have the solution. Rob Kardashian is the titty meat source for the Kardashian family.
Oh.
I think he has a storage facility where he's keeping some of that fat from Rob and he is slowly injecting it into Bianca, because if you bring me to the beginning, those tits were beautiful. It was crazy. What she came out with the other day was a nuclear catastrophe. What I saw at Paris Fashion Week was Chernobyl. I showed my wife. I showed my wife immediately. Come on, dude. Come on, dude.
That's this is the nuclear, what'd you call it?
It's a nuclear catastrophe.
Nuclear catastrophe. Yeah.
It is a nuclear.
Yo, you might be right.
Thank you, dude. I don't even think that's Kanye.
I was wondering that.
Isn't that kind of genius?
I was wondering that too.
Hiroshima and Nagasaki right there.
Yes, it is. Now you're talking. Now you're talking.
God.
It is different. What she's working with is different.
How do you get naturals bigger though?
I don't know. Have you ever gone to a farmer's market and the blueberries are big? Sometimes it just happens. Sometimes organically in nature, these things happen.
Nah, that's not GMO right there, son.
That right there,
Yeah,
I think, my suspicion, I think that's what happens when you're happy. I think that's what happens when you're happy. I think that they're in love. I think that they have a positive, beautiful relationship. And I think when women are happy, their tits get bigger. I bet you could even research that.
All right, I'll look it up. It seems like women with big breasts are happier, but it's not necessarily that their happiness is making their breasts bigger.
Chicken or the egg, dude.
Exactly.
Chicken or the egg.
And large breasts do make men happier. So it seems like it goes cross gender.
Now, let me ask you this question based on that fact that you just brought up. Knowing that women are happier with big breasts, is there like, for example, let's say you're chronically depressed. Mm-hmm. The government will step in, right? And they will provide you with medication.
Is that true?
In many European countries, they have universal health care. In many, no, this is actually, now we're on to something.
That's a good
Let me
caveat.
cook. I'm cooking. I'm cooking.
I like it.
Let me cook. I'm cooking.
Let him go.
The government will step in if you are from a European country that has, nationalized healthcare, and they will provide you with a pharmaceutical grade pill, actual drugs to make you happier. If we knew that there was another way to increase happiness that not only increased your happiness, but increased your husband's happiness,
secondhand happiness, is
the
pretty
community's
crazy.
happiness.
Yeah.
When you see
Crazy.
tits bouncing around, you're happy. Everybody's happy.
Yeah.
Would it not be beneficial for a modern progressive society to support breast augmentation with tax dollars?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just saying, if we're willing to give people
It's a happiness tax.
SSRIs, right? We're willing to give people SSRIs who battle depression, and it works. It makes their lives better. It makes all of our lives better.
Might even increase GDP.
Talk to me.
All the women in the country have large breasts, and they're able to earn more. Because I'm pretty sure women with larger cup sizes do earn more money. Mm-hmm. Then the whole country is now making more money.
I don't know if they earn more. I know they spend less.
Wait, what?
They don't have to buy it.
Hey, good point.
That's
But they
also
do.
true.
They do earn more. Imagine. I know. Now it sucks that we're going to reduce this to people working at strip clubs, but the girls with the bigger breasts are definitely making more money. There's more places to put the money.
Oh. Yeah.
Have you ever tried to put money in a girl flat? You're just like, I don't know what. Here, I give it to her friend. I'll be like, give it to her later. There's just nowhere to.
I'll be like, Mark, just make a ball out of it and chuck it out.
Throw it in her
never
head.
do
Yeah,
that.
He said, you were crazy.
I would never do that.
incredibly
I
disrespectful.
would never do that. That was at the one strip club where they banged the beer cans with their tits.
No,
No,
The Claremont
even at
Lounge.
night.
No,
that was
even
the
at the
Claremont
good
Lounge.
one.
Now you're bringing up another
No.
strip club where you're disrespectful to women.
Yeah.
It's
No,
just
that one.
disgusting.
That one's a part of it. The Claremont Lounge is a part of it.
You didn't do that at Claremont.
I did do that. At the
No,
Claremont
you
Lounge.
did it at the one in Nashville.
No, I didn't
That's
do
where you did it.
I would never do that.
Yes. Yeah, you
Well,
did.
do you know who was working at the strip club in
It's a
Nashville?
serial problem right there, bro.
The Hawk Tuah.
No, she wasn't. Okay, has
I
anybody
wish so.
found this girl yet?
Yeah, they did.
Haley
Okay,
Wilson.
Miles.
talk to me about her.
I'm sure Miles.
Haley Welsh, dude, she's got merch. We should all support. We should all
Now,
buy.
does she actually, or is that like a curated Instagram?
It is apparently her.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. Why would it not?
I
There's
need to
so
know
many
about her life.
conspiracies.
Tell me about the life. Like, what's going on?
What do you
I just want to know about her life.
Miles,
She
can-
charmed America in one moment.
I know.
She was
She
like
did.
an American in Idol.
We need to get her on the pod.
Let me ask you a question. Is this the first time in history that a girl has stolen an entire country's hearts simply from describing how to give blowjobs well? Ooh. Is this the first time in history? Because she didn't steal our hearts like, oh, yeah, this girl's the biggest whore. She was so charming and endearing.
Yeah.
Right? It was, to me, it was, what was it? Hawk Tuah, spit on that thing. You feel me?
Yeah.
It was the you feel me.
Yeah.
Oh, I had a little giggle.
Yeah.
Spit on that thing. She said thing.
Spit on that thing. You
Yeah.
feel me?
And no matter time, Playboy or Hustler or one of these places, they're gonna offer her like $1 million contract for her first video.
Damn, Al, that was good. What the heck? No, he's right.
But she could just do
That's
OnlyFans.
usually the
Do those
price.
if she
contracts even
does,
exist?
if she does,
Oh my God.
OnlyFans,
OnlyFans?
Oh,
OnlyFans, one video.
it is one video.
yeah.
I'll subscribe. I'll subscribe as a family.
Yeah.
We will watch that like a pay-per-view fight.
So-
I will bring everyone over, and I will do the little borders that we used to eat at the restaurants. Right? I want us all to watch it as a family.
COVID bubbles.
The COVID. We'll have the COVID borders, right? And you try to shoot it over on your friend. Ha ha! So funny. That would be the way
You
that
can
she
have Miles
breaks
looking
the
over the
fucking.
fucking.
Dude, if you want to break the internet, Haley, you just show us that Hawk Tuah. That Hawk Tuah. Spit on that thing.
Yeah.
Oh my God, OnlyFans, it's over.
That's the move.
How is OnlyFans not giving her, offer her right now $25 million?
Yeah.
crazy?
Offer her $50 million. I think she could get $50 million.
Yeah.
It's reasonable. It's reasonable.
I think she could make $50 million. How is Adam 22? Adam, how are you not on this?
Oh, that's
How are you not on this?
so many people dropping the ball, bro.
Adam, do not let us down on this one. Adam,
Nah,
honestly,
I don't want him to.
you don't want it. You don't want him to get the Hawk to it. It has to be somebody innocent.
Ray J.
No. You can remember this. No. We can't create a hee-haw. We're going to create a whole hee-haw. Okay? No. Who do we want? It has to be someone innocent and kind and sweet.
I think one of
Yes.
the BTS's. This one.
Oh, no. I don't want to see that.
What does that mean?
No, it's
I
gonna
don't want to see that.
be. You won't see it. It'll be pixelated.
Yeah, exactly. No.
You don't want him to make a lizard, dude?
You know
don't
he's
wanna
got
make
a dark brown dick.
You think Koreans have black dicks?
No, but that's the brown rice right there for sure.
You think Koreans
I think that sometimes they're white rice, but that's a brown rice right there. When I look at that one right there, I think that he's brown rice.
You think he's doing some fair, like skin lightening shit up top, and then he's dark down
I think
there?
he's bleaching, but if you take off them underwear, it's brown rice.
Oh, really?
I think it's brown rice right there if you take off the undies.
Kind of best of both
You know what they
worlds.
say about brown rice is more filling.
Is that what they say?
Oh,
That's what they say.
Is that?
That's what they say.
Okay. All right.
That's what I tell people.
I can't believe we can't think of one innocent person.
Mr. Beast! Holy shit, Shifty!
Son.
Holy
Yeah,
shit!
that's fire.
Holy
From-
shit!
Shifty just
From the top rope.
I see dead people whisper, Mr. Beast. Okay, Mr. Beast.
that was good,
If
too.
Hawk Tuah girl goes down on Mr. Beast and shows us what she can actually do on OnlyFans or pixelated on YouTube,
Hey, dig some more wells, Mr. Beast. You know what I mean?
that'd be the biggest Mr. Beast YouTube video in history.
It'd be
by far.
crazy.
Probably.
10x. I think that's 1 billion views.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, easily.
Easily.
Mr. Beast, do you want it or not? Jimmy, stop messing around. You got in shape for what reason?
That's true.
You know, you started lifting the weights for what reason?
That's true.
Take off the shirt, okay? And let Hawk Tuah. She sounds Hawaiian. Doesn't she? You know, take off your shirt and let Hawk Tuah go to fucking work, Jimmy. Do it for the people. This is what the people need.
And if he don't want it, let his friend, the little Elvin looking one, let him get that.
Oh,
That kid is too. That kid is so
on.
cute.
Nolan, right?
Nolan.
I don't even want to see Nolan come. I don't want to see.
Clip it.
I don't want to see Nolan come. I feel like Nolan comes Dunkaroos cream. Yeah, Nolan don't got sperm, bro. He got frosting. I don't believe Nolan has come, man. I'm sorry. I don't believe it. Hawk Tuah gonna do all that work, and what comes out? Confetti. What's gonna come out?
That's a gender.
What's gonna come out? What is it? Milk bar?
Yeah.
What's that cake that we always get?
Milk cake.
The what is it? The Milk Bar birthday cake.
Yeah.
That's what's gonna come
That's
out.
my
of him.
birthday cake.
No, a Mario mushroom gonna come out when he nuts. No way. Come on. I don't know if I can see Nolan orgasm. I'm sorry.
I think he needs it, bro.
MrBeast is the move, dude.
What we need to do is see if Chris can still get it sucked. That's what we need. Yo, we need to see if Chris got a little MrBeast left in him. Yo, first it's Jimmy. If not Jimmy, Nolan. But if not Nolan, we need to see if Chris got the MrBeast left in him. Come on. We need to see if MrBeast. We need to see if Chris got the bow wow yippee yo yippee yay. Where my dogs at? Bark with me now. Come on, Chris.
Nuts.
Chris.
Pure nuts. You're nuts, bro.
What?
You're crazy.
I'm not crazy. If Hawk Tuah is gonna make 50 million, are you telling me if Hawk Tuah went down on Chris, that's not breaking? I'm paying thrice. I'm paying thrice. I'm paying thrice. I'm paying 3 times. That's what thrice means. I'm paying 1 for every gender Chris got. That's a 3 for 1. That's a 3 for 1 right there. I'm watching. Shifty just turned on the camera. I'm watching the 3 for 1. Jimmy, make it happen. Big announcements. The last leg of cities for the Life Tour goes on pre-sale tomorrow, Thursday, 10 a.m. local time, okay? This has been the most fun I've ever had doing comedy. My literal comedy dreams came true. This is what I imagined doing when I started comedy. It is the hour that I am most proud of in my entire comedy career. Thank you so much, all the people who came out to the shows around the world. It has meant the world to me. These are the final cities. We're going to film the special in the fall. So if you haven't seen it just yet, try to get to one of these cities, or hopefully you already live in one. Here they are, okay? San Antonio, Las Vegas, Cleveland, Columbus, Minneapolis, Milwaukee, Denver, Cincinnati, Rama, Ontario, Salt Lake City, Reno, San Jose, Portland, and Hawaii. Those are the last cities. They all go on sale Thursday, 10 a.m. for pre-sale. The pre-sale code is Andrew. Okay, get them before the scalpers get them and then beat you over the head for the ticket prices. Okay, get them early. The regular sale is Friday. Hopefully you guys beat that for your wallet's sake. God bless you. I appreciate you all. I love y'all, and I'll see you soon. Peace.
Hey there, noodle dicks. You should come to my shows. They're selling out, dude. We're turning a fucking corner. This special has changed my life, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to be at Helium Comedy Club in Buffalo, June 28th and 29th. You guys need to buy tickets. 2 of the shows, I think, have sold out by now. Also, July 26th and 27th, I'm going to be in Jacksonville, Florida. Honolulu, Hawaii. Y'all have been messaging me for fucking years to come out. I'm going to be there August 29th and 30th. Las Vegas, September 6th and 7th. Miami, I'm coming back to Doral, Florida, September 12th and 13th. And there's more dates being added. There's more on the website right now. Go to akashsing.com for those dates and more. Let's get back to the show.
What else we got, my boys?
Buddy, the Kendrick concert.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Okay,
yes.
Did you guys watch the whole thing? I've
Yes.
only seen clips.
Yes, it was.
Yo,
I didn't watch the whole thing before. I watched Kendrick's whole thing.
Okay, before we get into discussing the whole concert, has Drake ever been down this bad?
Never even close. Never even close.
I thought it would just go away.
Yeah, the concert reignited it.
Holy, just seeing all those people. Also, like the cosign from the famous people.
Oh, dog. When he shouted out YG and Family Matters, whichever, like,
Yep.
I'm obviously a Drake hater, but everybody's saying that's the best song. People who love Drake are like, that's the best song in the whole disc. You're going to listen to it now, and one of the first few bars is, you know who really bang a set? My N-word, YG.
Yeah.
And then YG is
apt.
dancing on your fucking grave at the concert. You're never going to listen to that song the same.
100%.
And that's the only song he was proud of.
100%.
I think it's the only one he didn't take down, right? Or did he take down all of them?
No, I think he only took down the heart part.
No, he apparently took down more.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that.
No, initially he took down the Tupac shit. And then I think he also took down.
Wait a minute, he's taken down.
He took
song?
down the AI track.
But I thought that was for legal reasons.
Okay.
Maybe.
That's what I
But
thought.
now he's like, apparently he's taken a few down.
Really?
But yeah, point is, it's just, he's never been close to
is that
down
a true thing or an
this bad.
Akash truth?
Might be an Akash truth.
I'm starting to think it's
I
an
know the
Akash.
Tupac one he definitely took down, but the other ones I'm not sure that he took them down.
Push-ups is still up. Those are the only ones I can see on Spotify.
Yep, so maybe.
Push-ups and then Family Matters.
Was there? It was Push-Ups, Family Matters. Was there one more? It was the response to.
Hard Part 6.
Yeah, it was the he did one more after Not Like Us. Or,
Yeah, Hard Part 6.
and he took that down. Mm-hmm. Oh, so he did take it.
So this is I don't know if this is real or not, but Drake deletes all Kendrick Lamar diss songs? Question mark. So it definitely people were theorizing that it happened. At the very
So do we know if Heart Part 6 is still up?
it appears now.
It looks like it's not on Spotify. It's up as like a podcast. So like someone else uploaded it, but it's not on his like official account.
Wow.
And then I think he pulled it off Instagram.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Drake's down bad. He's
I
down
mean-
bad.
But I feel like he's a hit away from being back.
I don't.
Like, this has changed the climate. It changed how people.
Drake will always
You will-
sell records. Drake is a pop star. Yeah. To be fair, that's what Kendrick said. I like you as. Keep making me dance, waving my hands. But as a rapper, greatest ever. To me, as like, maybe I'm applying too many comic rules to it, but if you don't write your own stuff, automatically you're not. But people were still putting them there. Now I don't think they do. I just don't think there's anything you can really say except I like him. That makes him the best ever.
And he's definitely not done. His career's not done.
Not done. He's gonna sell crazy
But
records.
I think he needs to take a little break. Like, don't put out anything for the rest of the year.
Dude, he put out a song, I think a few days ago, with Camila
Wagwan
Cabello.
Delilah.
Yeah,
dude.
but that was
Wagwan Delilah was a
No, he
banger.
has one with Camila Cabello or whatever.
Really?
Cabello. That's what Grand Wizard said.
Oh, shit. I know he did the feature on.
I don't know if
Sexy
he put
Red
it
song.
out. I think that they were saying he was going to drop something with her.
something.
Fair
Yeah.
enough. Take a
But
break.
yeah, I think he should take a break. Take
Wow.
him and Cole. Because
I saw Cole on the street.
Really?
Yeah.
Whereabouts? Here?
And yeah,
Huh.
walking down.
How's he looking? Peaceful?
Fine, tall, peace intact.
On a bike or just walking?
Walking.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, just walking.
Doug,
Yeah.
so you know...
By himself. Loved that.
wow.
Yeah, I love that. But also, that's what he's protecting by not being involved in this.
Well, apparently Schoolboy Q also...
Drake
before-
can't walk around. Sorry to cut, but like Drake can't walk around by himself.
Yeah, but I just feel like J. Cole's so big of an artist where he'll get stopped crazy. If he
He's always been like this.
Getting stopped is different than being threatened.
Oh yeah, I don't think he has anything to worry about.
But that's what he's
way.
protecting. Like by
gotcha,
not
gotcha.
engaging in the beef, like you could mess with some people that are friends with this guy, and you know they want to make Kendrick feel like he's the man, and they might be tangentially related. And they're like, "Yo, I'm gonna bang on Cole."
Got you.
And I think, and I respect that, like saving that piece, like saving your.
Well, apparently Schoolboy
soul.
Q told him before the Cole, whatever.
It's gonna get messy.
He was like, "Don't."
tapped out.
Yeah, just don't do this.
yeah. I don't know. Yeah, but I thought that was cool.
I mean, it worked out well. Like, yeah, very well. And now, I remember early on, I was like, dude, Kendrick's going to take on both of these guys. And now I'm like, Kendrick could have taken on both of these guys.
Probably.
My respect. Look, I was never the biggest Kendrick fan, and I loved him as like, I loved Control. I loved that he wanted to be the best, but I also knew his music was not he's for his culture. God bless. But I'm not going to like be this huge stan of it just because it's not for me. I love what you're doing. I'm not going to participate in it. You don't even care if I do. But the way he moved in this, my respect for him is through a fucking roof, dude. Unbelievable the way he navigated this whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, strategy wise.
So if you're still like, let's say you're still banging for Drake, you just love Drake right now. What is the angle?
Here's what they're saying. Kendrick needed Drake to stay relevant. He was irrelevant, but that's not really true because I was looking into this. Apparently, the Mr. Morale tour that we all thought was his flop album is one of the biggest hip hop tours of all time. I think at the time it was the biggest. Maybe Drake took it this time.
Yeah.
But so he didn't need you to stay relevant. He just, I think he's hated him for years and was like, this is the time.
But like, what do you do? Like, our boys. We have boys that like love Drake and they're riding for Drake. Academics,
I'm still a
Randy,
Drake fan.
Yeah,
I'm still gonna
like,
enjoy the music. Like,
keep
that's not gonna
six
stop.
solid. Like
Yeah.
they're really they love Drake and they're riding for him so hard. And like you want that loyalty. I imagine like as someone who's puts out content, like I want people to ride for me like that.
Yeah.
Like that shit means the world.
Yeah.
But is there ever a conversation where it's just like, okay, this is an L and we're just throwing more salt by continuing to like kind of bring things up? Maybe we just need to pivot, move away. Like you're not going to change any hearts or minds anymore. People have made their decision on who won this. So by continuing to like bring things up and throw salt, not on the wound, but just like illuminate it, you might just continually be reminding people, oh, Drake took this L.
Yeah.
Maybe it'd be smarter to just kill a story with another story. Meaning, if Drake's doing some other cool shit, highlight that. Oh, he's producing this movie. Oh, here's this new song, whatever. Stop getting out of the, I'm going to tarnish Kendrick any way I can. Like, there was that whole thing, everybody was talking about the bots.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
That also apparently wasn't real.
okay, let's say it was real or it wasn't real. The song slaps.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can't. You look at the concert, you go, it's not bots.
The concert sold out. Like,
Let's be real. It's probably a combination of what Russ said. Like when you
Everyone
have a song
uses
that's
bots.
already taken off, throw some
you
extra-
inflate it 100%.
Yeah.
I 100% think they did
Definitely.
it. I 100% think, like as Russ said, all these artists do it.
Yeah.
But even if it was proven that it was done for this amount, it doesn't stop the song from being a cultural institution. The bots ain't make it a cultural institution. The music being a bot made it that.
Yeah.
You could put as many bots as you want behind all of Drake's disses towards Kendrick. Kendrick still wins.
Yeah,
Those people that you say like are Drake riders and they're still like kind of flaming, adding fuel to the flame. It's almost like the people in Democratic Party are like, yo, look how alert Biden is. Like they're trying to just try to lie, and then you just remind us how not alert he
Exactly.
is.
Tell us something else Biden did. Tell us about the reform. Like, that's the angle. And these are the homies.
Yeah.
So, but I'm just like, and you want people to ride for you that hard. Like, that's the thing. Like, and when you go through troubled times, the fact that there are people out here that are like fighting for you and like protecting you, that's the most amazing thing in the fucking world.
Yeah.
Because it's easy to like someone when they're on top. Drake is obviously experiencing this right now.
Yeah.
When he's on top, everybody's like, oh, the boy, the great, da, da, da. And then he goes through this, and now most people are like, oh, Kendrick's the fucking man, blah, blah. And then you have your real core fans that are riding for you. But I think that the battle is lost. Elevate in other ways.
yeah.
That's
kill,
my-
kill
To
the
that
story with a
point.
story.
What's that?
Kill the story with a story.
Exactly.
Like,
To
do
that
some
point, I think this concert is crazy either way, but you could make the point that academics, Grandy, all these guys constantly trying to say Drake won, gave it just enough life that it carried into the concert, and now we got momentum going into the concert. Whereas if everybody just kind of left it alone, the concert happens, it's still going to be a historic moment, all that, but not like, you could argue
I'll be
this
honest.
added, again, like you said, fuel to it, where it just blew up even more.
I'll be honest with you, bro. I thought this shit was done. I thought we were moving on. It was over. That concert reignited itself.
Has there ever
God.
been a disc concert before?
Holy shit.
It was unbelievable. I love it so
This
much.
concert.
Unbelievable.
This was crazy. This was nuts.
Now this music. Sorry, go.
Every different gang is on stage, like uniting the gangs in Compton, like all the celebrities and
It
shit.
was like a real moment for LA. It felt, or not even only LA, just like West Coast music.
Yeah.
Like it was almost as if they felt like not recognized for years.
They hadn't been
'cause
that relevant outside of Kendrick.
Kendrick says it. He was like, yo, LA hasn't been the same since Kobe died, since
Nipsey died.
Since Nipsey died. So it's like they have probably felt like something's been missing. And this was the spark that they needed.
Like vengeance.
Yeah. Because they used to be, and I heard somebody say this, like, remember there was a time where almost every song on the radio was a Mustard beat?
Yeah.
They had a crazy run.
Yeah.
It was Game, and then Mustard came right after, and they were on a crazy run. So, yeah. This was,
So it was in a lot of ways a perfect storm.
yeah.
You know? But yeah. Okay. so-
Imagine being Drake. Imagine being Drake on Juneteenth.
Oh my God.
I bet you he's calling all his friends just to make sure he's not hearing that concert playing in the background. You're like, yo, I'm just calling to check it out.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, dude. I thought all the songs that Kendrick dropped are good in the diss. Euphoria to open with was crazy.
Yeah, he set the tone.
To open with is just fucking crazy. And then he plays every song, and other people pointed this out, but he played songs you didn't realize he's talking about Drake, but he was talking about Drake.
so all the
DNA.
subs.
You's a bitch, your hormones probably switch inside your DNA. You keep listening to that, you're like, oh, I think he's talking about Drake. And then there's another song I think where he talks about like, you can come film, you're gonna come to my city without checking in with me. Whatever the fuck, Element I think it's called or something. But like, remember Drake filmed that video in Compton? That was his sub back to Drake about that. He played songs specifically that had, a lot of songs that had Drake subs in them.
Yeah.
And now you're listening to them and you're like, oh, this guy's been talking to Drake for years.
Yep.
So this is really interesting to me. The concert goes crazy.
Yeah.
He's filming the music video.
Yeah.
The music video is going to go fucking
It's going to be
bananas.
bonkers, dude.
The summer, it's usually Drake time,
Yeah.
is now,
Yeah.
at least the beginning of it, completely Kendrick. And he's going to be able to milk and push
Yeah.
this. I mean, if Kendrick drops an album this summer,
Yeah, this is his year.
imagine he drops an album
victory
this
lap.
summer.
Yeah.
What is Drake going to do? You can't just drop a little single. That's not going to squash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
No.
also the pressure on the single that Drake drops is monumental. If you drop and flop,
The pressure on both, on Drake and Cole
Yeah,
right
there's-
now.
there's
They have
also-
so much pressure.
I don't even think people thinking about Cole. Like,
Son, they
if,
are. Look at when he put that song out. They were making fun of him.
but people always make fun of him. They always say he
Nah,
smells
like that.
But it's not the same. There's pressure on him.
You know what I mean?
This is not March.
he is though.
There's pressure on him, but if you clown it, people are just gonna be like, yeah, but he stepped away from the battle. Like, what are you really gonna say? Drake called for this.
Yeah.
And then when Kendrick wasn't dropping, kept calling for it.
Yeah.
Nah, you following through.
And he made it worse because, like, during the battle, he's like, "I get more love in LA than you." And then Kendrick
So
showed
that was
him.
another thing.
Kendrick
Everything
showed him
backfired.
Who gets way more love? That was nuts. Having Dre come out,
Son, the I see
little-
dead people.
That was bonkers.
yeah,
Well,
a,
what you
little,
say?
a little tone deaf though.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, that's
'cause-
true. There's some allegations against Dr. Dre that was one thought I think a lot of us had. It's
Yeah.
like, this is really fun, but if abuse is being thrown around now,
Yeah,
Dre's probably not. See what Ice Cube is doing.
yeah. That was a little.
I know Snoop is on tour. Hey, Cube, you here? Would love for you to handle this for me. No Vaseline and all, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do no Vaseline, that would have been crazy.
But yeah,
I was curious to see the people who weren't there though.
Okay.
Because when he announced the tour, he was like, "Oh, it's going to be Kendrick and friends." So everybody's speculating, "Oh, who is he going to bring
Yep.
out?" Like people are speculating, "Oh, he'll bring out Rihanna and all these like big name people." And I would have definitely thought Snoop would be there, but Snoop's on tour, couldn't make it. But Game not being there surprised me.
do they not beef?
Well, I think Game beefed with Dre, and then also Game was kind of like, Drake is my homie during this thing. And I think Kendrick, I thought initially, people on Twitter were quick to correct me, but I thought initially he didn't have Snoop up there for that reason. That Snoop wasn't like, why the fuck are you using AI, my voice and AI Pop's voice?
Hey.
But apparently he was just on tour. But I think Kendrick was like, if you're playing both sides and we're not doing that. This ain't that time. Mustard is coming out. We're gonna let everybody know where your loyalties lie.
yeah.
You're gonna shout out YG in the song. Let's see what time it is. YG's on this fucking stage.
Yeah.
Like,
LeBron was there.
dog, that was the nail in the coffin.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as LeBron wasn't on stage,
But-
that says something.
Here's the thing.
Because like I even wanted to be at the show.
Who was on stage that was in LA? I think that was also by design.
Yeah,
Who was on stage that wasn't West Coast at least?
Truthfully,
Everybody-
we don't know all those people, but we're just assuming that.
I mean, the way he's saying it is,
Yeah.
this is every section coming out, every gang, we're all uniting on this stage. Russell Westbrook is LA. Fucking DeMar DeRozan, that was
know.
brilliant too.
I know.
I'm glad D-Rose came home. Y'all didn't deserve him neither.
Yep.
That was also your homie. Remember they were in a sketch together,
Yep.
Drake and DeMar DeRozan. DeMar's up there dancing. I mean, everybody.
I was surprised Whack 100 isn't there. He's supposedly this guy who's super tapped into gang culture in LA, and surprised he wasn't there. Like there's certain people where it's like they were left out, and I think it just shows LA doesn't really fuck with them.
Wow.
Oh shit!
Wow.
You saying you don't think LA fucks with whack?
I don't think they fuck with Whack. I don't think they fuck with Game because they do like a lot of like silly shit where it's like people are just like, you're doing too much, and I think it got to the point where it's just like, yo, you over there.
I'm so detached like I mean, I was never attached, but like I know so little that I basically assume the loudest voices are the most connected with things that I don't know much about.
You would think. Yeah.
Right? So like since he's such like an ambassador for like LA gang culture, whack, I'm like, oh, he must be like one of the top OGs out there. But you're saying that wow, that's interesting.
You would think he would have to be in the building the way he talks about how he's connected with the gangs.
That's really interesting. Did you talk to Taylor at all? Did she go?
She did go. I didn't talk to her.
Oh, I would love to know, dude. I'm dying to know. Brilliant's gonna be fired this week. That's crazy. You watched it live. Did you watch it live?
No.
You didn't watch
I just
it live.
saw the clips of it.
Doing it live is so smart though.
Oh, it's incredible. And it was so good. Son, I had a spot, so I missed some of his concert. I'm coming home. I'm texting my wife, turn on fucking Amazon right now. Like, I'm coming home. I'm not missing any of it. You need to see what's happening right now. It was after I see dead people. Everybody goes crazy. Then he just stops after the first verse. And then y'all gonna let him disrespect our heroes, blah, blah, blah. Hits it again, doesn't. Barely raps a fucking word. Lets the audience take the whole thing.
Yeah.
Crazy. And then just do it again and again and again.
Did you think the outfit was on purpose?
I didn't know if the outfit. My initial read.
Definitely on purpose.
Well, it was a Pac homage, you thought?
Yeah. It was Pac during the 94 Source Awards. She had the same outfit.
And is that the Source Awards where Snoop went up there and was like, we know y'all East Coast, we know where we are?
It might have been that one.
Then that makes sense to me. Because then that was like a West Coast, East Coast thing. I initially thought the outfit being simple was like another shot at Drake is not.
Oh, no.
Not one of us. Because Drake has the most.
It's almost, the outfit's almost identical.
Oh, the feelers.
Yeah. But,
that's where I was like, why didn't he just go feelers, go all the way through?
I know, that was weird.
Nike
because
Shox
he
is
had
also
the Nike
so funny.
Shox is funny.
That somebody was like, I searched for those on Twitter, on Google, and my phone blew up or something like that.
Nike Shox immediately on StockX, like 2x.
They were great shoes. I don't know why they stopped making them.
Yeah.
Because you saw people claiming it was a Hotline Bling.
That I believe. It's too similar. The dance that he did as he did the A minor. It's even the leg shake. That's when I was like, oh, this is intentional. Kendrick is doing the leg shake with it.
I didn't catch that one. That's good.
I
But
mean,
even the chain, he doesn't usually wear chains like that, but he had like this big cross, and I think Pac had it on during that show. And that was made by Ben Baller, who's like
you're right.
LA legend
in
terms of jewelry.
My initial thought was,
like,
and maybe
so much detail in every little aspect of that show.
The fun thing about applying detail to things is that people will start to look for details where you didn't even apply it. Like everything now has meaning.
Yeah.
When you put hidden meaning.
Yeah.
And I think that there's certain things that are in the lyrics that he didn't even mean for them to be. That the critics or the reviewers have projected onto them.
Yeah.
So now it seems even more
dude, the
artistic.
funniest one, and again, I'm a guy who really respects Kendrick after this. He has a line in Euphoria where he's like, he's feeling like Joel Hale Osteen or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
And he said, funny, he was in a film called Sixth Sense. He's mixing Haley Joel Osment and Joel Osteen for these reasons. Let me tell you something. You guys don't know black people. Black people don't know white people's names. They get them wrong all the time. He just doesn't know who the fuck is who. Yeah. He thinks Joel Osteen and Haley Joel Osment are the same person. Yeah. What are y'all even talking about?
That was a fuck up.
There's no fucking chance he's that. No.
Funny. Yeah, this guy right here.
Oh yeah, this one.
I want to hear it. Come on.
Barry the bars planer.
Freaky ass niggas a 69 God.
Let's
This
start
is
with
also
that
very
one,
funny
D-Lo.
N-word.
Freaky ass neighbor. You're a
Neighbor's great.
69 God. He a fan, he a fan, he a fan. F-A-N, fan. Freaky ass neighbor.
That I think we knew, right?
It's an acronym.
Yeah,
Certified lover boy. Certified pedophile. Why did he say pedophile, not file? Well, what is OVO, Sealy?
Owl.
Foul. Trying to strike a chord, and it's probably A minor. Now, the obvious breakdown, A minor, it's like a chord, but also A minor because allegations. But the deeper meaning, Kendrick has called Drake a white boy. Well, the A minor scale is the only minor scale that only has white keys. Black keys.
See, white people have a place in rap. All right, this is important.
So funny.
Is he being serious or is this a joke?
Well, the
No,
fan
this
thing is
the-
real.
This is the show. They break down bars. It's called Bar Wars.
Fire, right?
Yeah.
That's a great name, actually. Bar Wars. Yeah,
How's he so wrong?
yeah. So a lot of that's been happening the whole battle. Like
Yeah.
I thought that shit was for sure a Drake Hotline bling bling thing. I thought the outfit. My initial read. Tell me if there's anything to this. The whole time he's saying Drake is not one of us. Drake is wearing fucking octopus outfits and shit on stage, and he's like, I'm gonna go out there. You know what I mean? This guy dressed like a fucking Spider-Man villain when he goes out on stage, and Kendrick's like, I'm going out there in a hoodie and a baseball cap and jeans and sneakers, and that's it, and a chain. But also, it was crazy performance-wise. No backing track. And
So he had to rap
somebody
that
else
shit.
pointed this out. He didn't drink water the whole time.
Yeah.
I can't do a 30-minute set sitting on a stool without drinking water. This guy's rapping his ass off, no backing track, no water.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So if you're on Drake's strategy team, what do? Take the summer off? Drop
I think
an
he
album?
might need to, because here's what Kendrick also did. Sorry, one more thing. He just played this, he stretched this out so beautifully. The Juneteenth concert was like a month and a half almost after May 4th, I think, was my birthday. He dropped Not Like Us. What a gift I got. Month and a half, he doesn't do anything. Then a concert. That concert's going to carry him. Then he's going to drop the video. They're editing the video right now. This concert's going to die out. He's going to drop the video. Then he just takes the whole summer.
I got it.
Don't say Hawk Tuah.
It is that.
I
It
called
is
Drake.
that.
I said
It
it.
is. He got to hook up with Hawk Tuah. No. In all seriousness, all he needs to do is get in a relationship. I mean that dead serious. There's nothing that people.
Ooh.
Yeah. There's nothing that music is powerful. It's not as powerful as relationships.
Dark-skinned black girl.
It
Gotta
could
a
be.
dark-skinned black
Honestly,
girl.
the more famous or the more intriguing the girl is, if he really wants to do it, he could like
Well,
get in a
that's
relationship with somebody's ex. Like the ideal scenario would be like him and Kim get in a relationship. Something.
No.
What?
I think we want to see growth from him, not do
No,
some
no.
shit where
What-
it's like he's trying to get back at dudes and stuff.
Well, here's what I would say is like, and I don't think people, in order to stop the momentum of this Kendrick thing, you just need to kill it with another story. That story doesn't need to be positive. I don't think that people like Drake's music less. I think his music is phenomenal. He's had 2 decades of unbelievably awesome music. So
Absolutely.
it's not like it's just, there's this other person that's more badass at rapping. That's what it's looked like. So what you just need to do is get people talking about another thing. And I think that people love relationships. They love that drama. We haven't seen Drake in a relationship with somebody. He settles down with who names some people. I mean, Kim is the most obvious because there's the Kanye shakeup. Kanye's going to be bitching nonstop about it. Then they're going to go crazy. It might be a little expected. He could have a relationship with
Taylor Swift.
I mean,
Take her from dude.
if he is in a relationship with, I got another one for you. You ready? This shuts it down immediately. Zendaya. Drake dates Zendaya. I don't even think people realize
The real Spider-Man villain, like I said. Yeah, there it is.
They Not Like Us. I don't even think people realize the music video came out. If Drake is seen with Zendaya. People love relationships, man. They get obsessed with it. All these fucking dating shows, all these housewife shows are really just about watching the drama of the relationship. Imagine, did you guys see the amount of publicity that came out of that Vanderpump Rules shit?
Yeah.
Like, nobody even knows who these people are. They work at a restaurant for a living. Let me just get this point out.
They had me
But
watching
like,
it. I
but
was watching it.
but they're servers at a restaurant for a living on a show. Like, it's not. But people are so obsessed with relationships and drama that you'll shut down everything else that's going on in entertainment to lock your eyes on this. I think Drake gets out of this through a relationship. Yes, Akash.
Another option. Zendaya's in a relationship.
Well,
Issa
that's what
Rae.
makes it exciting. Because he's taking her from Tom
yeah.
Holland.
But, yeah.
You just want drama. You would like now. I don't think
Yes,
that this
colonize the colonizer. Yeah. Go.
I don't think this is a good thing. But what I'm suggesting is something that would stop the momentum of this Kendrick thing. And you're not going to stop it with music. I actually don't think. Like, even if he comes out with an amazing song, I think right now the energy isn't there. You ever seen people in like a roast battle?
Yeah.
And somebody
Yes.
says a funny joke about the other person, but because the momentum or energy just
It's a
isn't
fascinating
there,
thing.
Yeah.
you're like, that's funny on paper, but
But
it
we just decided we're not with you.
But someone with a worse joke with the energy,
wins. And
With the energy of the people.
Yeah.
Just, we are on your
it's
side.
just
That's it.
it's the energy of the room. Like, there's something just happening that's like outside of just the words that are put together. I think that's with music only. it's not a worse joke. Like Kendrick has great
Yeah.
shit. So I think you have to completely change what's happening. You don't fight the fire with fire. Fight it with water. And water is relationship.
Shakari.
That's
Shakari Richardson.
Yo, date,
Shakari Richardson would actually be crazy.
especially
fire.
since it's the Olympics. You're out there in Paris. You're watching her. Like, this is the fucking disgusting shit agents and managers probably cook up all the time.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. The goal is not to get people to like him. That's not the goal of the relationship. The goal is to get people to talk about and focus on another thing. The more dramatic the relationship, the better. If he dates like a likable person and is a kind of boring thing, it's even worse because people won't talk about it enough. But if he dates Michelle Obama, Jesus Christ, it's over. Like nobody's even talking about Kendrick, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah.
you see what I'm
You
saying?
gotta
Like
stir the pot.
you're just stirring the pot, like, and you're using it as a tool. Relationships garner the most intrigue. You see these couples come together. There are these like people where like the guy's kind of famous, the girl's kind of famous. All of a sudden they cross-pollinate their fans, and both of them fucking
Travis
skyrocket to
Kelce.
fame.
Well, Taylor Swift already didn't need it, but what?
But sure, this
Kelce.
Travis and Taylor thing is a perfect example. Like, look at that. Travis Kelce, who we all knew from football, has now become the most known football player on the planet by women.
Yeah.
So that type of,
Yeah.
so who do you date? But that's what listen, if I'm Drake's handler or whatever, and he's like, listen, the only thing I care about is my career, and this guy's fucking up my whole career, I'll do anything to save it. I'd say, yeah, you need a relationship, and it's got to be fucking toxic. And it's got to be
Messy
It's
and-
messy. Like, it's got to be bad. Her ex got to be cursing on the internet. Like, Travis Kelce's exes were talking shit about him dating Taylor.
And that just amplified it.
Everything is.
Yeah.
That's.
They took your BBL Drizzy idea, so maybe they'll take this one too. They watch.
And
It's a good point.
You might be right with Kim because Kanye will talk.
Kanye's going to go
That would
crazy.
drive him nuts.
I mean, all the things like.
Wasn't she at the Kendrick concert?
No, I don't think she was, but Northwest was, which is also funny. Who took Northwest?
Yeah.
Kanye wasn't there. Kim wasn't there.
Yeah.
I'm sure she had
A nanny. Yeah.
They got some help. They got some.
Yeah, that's so funny to be like, hey, Nanny, can you just take her to the concert? I don't know. All right, guys, we're going to take a break real quick so we can talk about your health. And you might assume that you're getting everything your body needs from a diet or a fucking green juice, but most people, myself included, are still short on essential nutrients that our body needs to function its best. So I've been taking Momentous creatine, omega-3, and protein every day to ensure that all my bases are covered. These 3 supplements are the foundation of supplements. This is the most important things you need. It's a foundational thing for anyone trying to be healthy, whether it's aiding in cognitive function, reducing inflammation muscles and joints, bunch of other stuff. These 3, that's your holy trinity, and Momentous has become a daily thing for me, a daily staple in my health routine. Supplements can feel like a dirty word because there's a bunch of charlatans out there navigating the space with products filled with a bunch of bullshit. Momentous is not one of those. All of their products are NSF Sport certified, which means that they hold to the standard held by the NFL, the NBA, a bunch of other sports teams and organizations. If it's good enough for them, it's good enough for you. Damn sure good enough for me. And like I said, there is a reason the world's best athletes and experts use Momentous products. So if you're like me and you want to take supplements that are made and used by the best in the world, then you go to livemomentous.com/flagrant. Again, that is livemomentous.com/flagrant, or you can just use the code flagrant and you will get 20% off all of my favorite products. Again, livemomentous.com/flagrant, or just the code flagrant at checkout. Now let's get back to the show. Ladies and gentlemen, it is officially summer, so we got to take this break to tell you about Manscaped. There's a record heat wave coming. You need to make sure your balls are smooth and hairless, otherwise you're gonna be sweating up a storm down there like a fucking tropical swamp. If you don't want Louisiana balls, dude, you want nice, crisp, clean, mountain summer balls. And you can do that with Manscaped. Their Performance Package 5.0 Ultra is the ultimate bundle to keep your boys downstairs cool during these record heat waves. Their Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra features 2 interchangeable next-gen skin-safe blade heads. Skin-safe is the keywords when you're talking about your balls and maybe your dick if you got some hairs on there like your boy. There's a standard one for taking a little bit off the top, and then a new foil blade to go smooth wherever your heart desires. And once you got the perfect haircut, you can add the Crop Soother aftershave shave lotion, make sure everything stays nice and tight and smooth, and an anti-chafe ball deodorant, which again, you are very much going to need in the summer. Also, they threw in 2 completely free gifts into this package. There's a Manscaped Boxers and a Shed travel bag. Manscaped is the move. If you haven't already jumped in, you need to jump in now. I'm telling you, this is the thing you got to do. You got to groom your bits and pieces. And you can get 20% off plus free shipping with the code FLAGRANT at manscaped.com. Again, that is 20% off plus free shipping with the code FLAGRANT at manscaped.com. It's a smooth sack summer, boys. Get on board or get left behind. Now let's get back to the show.
Shout out Cameron Brink, man. Fast recovery to our girl Cameron Brink. Cameron Brink. I think she was the second pick of the WNBA draft. You know, playing for the LA Sparks, tore her ACL.
Damn.
It's a very unfortunately common injury for women in sports because their hips are wider.
Oh, is that what that is?
Apparently.
No, I thought because they have them wearing heels to the walking and shit like that.
Yo,
He just wasn't used to that. He tried to spice it
yo,
up.
that's funny as shit. Stop making these girls do a runway, bro. These girls are just trying to ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Women wear sneakers their whole life. Chill out, bro.
Did you see Angel Reese in them heels?
Yeah.
Come on, bro. What are we making these girls do?
Look like a dare was just born.
Yo,
I love you, Angel.
no, shout out Angel. Shout out Angel.
Yo.
But the stylist got to put them in
Yeah.
like them Nikes that got the platforms.
Yeah.
But no. What I'm saying is Cameron Brink is absolutely beautiful, talented girl. Tore her ACL, freak accidents. And now she got a year to recover, man. This fucking sucks. She was one of the stars.
She was one of the stars.
True stars.
Yeah.
WNBA.
Yeah.
Can the WNBA recover from that? Come on, bro. Why can't I ask a serious ass question, man?
Yeah.
She wasn't one of the stars.
She was absolutely one of the stars.
Actually one of the stars.
No, she wasn't balling. She just looked good to you.
But
That's
she was
it.
one of the stars.
Pull up his stats.
Anna Kournikova was a tennis star. She never won a Grand Slam ever.
Oh, actually, Akash just made a fire point while you were
Anna
talking about
Kournikova is
statistics.
one of the biggest stars in women's tennis, maybe ever. Never won a Grand Slam in her entire.
If you want to know the stats, I'll tell you them right now. She was dropping 8 and 4.
That's not a star.
And how many points are scored in WNBA?
That could be 20% of the points for all we know.
Yeah, she's 23 points a game, something like that.
Disrespectful.
I'm not being disrespectful. What I'm trying to say is Cameron Brink, speedy recovery. She's absolutely stunning, beautiful ambassador of the game.
That's
And
actually not bad at all. 8 and 5 for a rookie out of the gate WNBA where they're
That's not star numbers, bro.
She's a
dog.
rookie.
So what?
Garmy rookie.
What fucking
Garmy.
stupid you look. Pull up
No,
Angel Reese.
Angel Reese is she's a fucking rebounder. She's a
Oh,
blocker.
there it
She's
is.
that.
There it is.
Pull
How do
up.
you know what she is?
Cameron
Yo,
Brink's third in
Look
blocks
at that.
for the season.
She's third
Yeah,
in blocks this
dumbass.
season, Al. No, nothing about that.
Wow, 1 block a game.
2.3 average.
2.3 blocks a game, Al. Yeah. Dude, you're a fucking real asshole,
That's
dude.
crazy.
This poor girl blew out her ACL running straight. And you're just gonna sit here on this fucking machismo podcast and make fun of her? You fucking jerk.
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, it is your bad.
I gotta do better, guys. I gotta
Yeah, can you do better?
These ain't good numbers, right? She's
This is what you average in every adult men's basketball league.
I ain't playing the league for a reason. Send me WNBA out, ball out of these bitches. The fuck?
You would like the heels, actually. You would have.
Yeah, that's true.
I got the nails already. I'm good to go. Shit.
But in a serious note, can we just say heal up, Cameron? Like,
Yes.
why are y'all haters, bro? I don't like Mark laughing like
Heal
this.
up.
Mark's the most
Why do you say
disrespectful.
heal up? Why do you say heal up?
I want her to heal up. I want her to get better. I want her to recover.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
You think she makes more money now that she's not playing and you can just do endorsements?
She's not gonna fucking do the Hawk Tuah video, Mark.
Okay, no, it's not what I meant.
Yeah, why are you taking
That's not what I
it?
meant.
You would always
I'm
take
just
it
saying
to
she
the
has
worst
more free
possible
time.
place.
She can do an Hermes commercial and all of a sudden make way more money. It's kind of a good point, right?
It's disgusting to me.
These people don't get
I'm a father of a daughter, and let me tell you something. The toxic masculinity on this podcast never ceases to amaze me. So now that she's not playing, she just has to be a supermodel making millions of dollars, Mark. Why couldn't she be a fucking engineer? Why couldn't she be Peter Attia? Making you live long. Huh? Why couldn't she do that? Why couldn't she be Ding Dang Dongadong who works for Nvidia and making all why couldn't she make She make all. Why couldn't she make all the chips? Why couldn't she make all the chips for his video? Yeah, his name is Ding Dang Dong Dong. He works for Nvidia. He's making all the chips. Why couldn't he do that? I didn't know there was a fucking.
Yeah, keep that guy away from my dog.
Yeah,
yo.
dude, but I didn't know that the dog was even here. How crazy is that?
That's a good point. She did go to Stanford. She went to Stanford.
She's a genius.
Just like Jensen Huang. They both went to Stanford. Isn't that great?
Who's Jensen Huang?
the guy I just said who runs
Ding Dang
Nvidia.
Yeah.
His name is Jensen?
God.
Yeah, Jensen.
It's not ding dong enough to be honest with you. I don't believe in
Well,
that
his original name
company
is
like that.
Jen Soon.
That now I might buy the stock. I ain't buying Jensen's.
I thought that was Chris's new name.
Jensen, that's good.
Jensen.
Yeah, I got it.
No?
Yeah, I got
was
it.
good.
I thought that was
Good.
pretty
That was
good.
good. I didn't get it until he said it.
Shit, I'm not bad.
No,
that was good.
Fuck, you know what? It sucked, dude. It fucking sucked. I'm gonna blow my fucking head off.
Jesus Christ. The fuck?
Somebody show me Bianca Censori right now.
She has a communications degree from Stanford.
Communications degree is not impressive.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Miles fucked tons of dumb girls that got communications degrees.
Miles
He's
also
one of
has
them.
a communications degree.
No way.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, me and Cameron Brink, geniuses.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
There you go.
Why didn't you get a real degree?
Yeah, I had no idea you were that dumb. That's crazy.
I thought this guy was
I thought you had brains. You're
This guy knows everything.
He did 5 years too.
I took
To get a fucking communications degree.
yeah, I took a victory lap on
Yo,
that bitch.
hey,
too.
this whole time you've been wondering how you know all these useless facts because you didn't study nothing for 4 years in college. You had all
5 years in college.
fucking idiot.
Hold on. Raise your hand if you didn't have a science degree from college.
Oh, I'm a business. And I took all the pre-med classes. And a psych major and suck my dick, everybody.
Well, that's science.
Psych is science?
Well, that's what I call myself.
You're a scientist?
Yeah, I'm a scientist. I graduated from the University of California system as a scientist.
Oh, the system?
Yeah.
That's so good. That's so good.
Yeah, I went to the University of California system and I graduated with a degree in science.
That's
Which
such
is
a cultural
psychology.
divide. If I tried to tell Indians I was I had a minor in science and psychiatry, they'd be like, what the fuck are you talking
Yeah, I'm not telling them, but these whites, you can tell them anything. I'm technically a science.
Psychology major.
Yeah, come on, psychology is communications for guys that are smarter.
Yeah. Well, that's a social science. You got a social science.
No, we don't do that, dude. You got to chill the fuck out.
Yeah.
What the?
Yeah, you're trying to fucking LG barbecue this fucking podcast with your social science degrees, dude. Relax.
I have a Bachelor of Arts.
Huh?
I have a Bachelor of Arts.
Well, you're an artist?
Yeah, I'm an artist.
Oh, shit, dude.
Communication artist.
Oh.
That's why I'm
No.
podcasting.
You have a Bachelor of the Arts.
You have a bachelor in
Oh, yeah.
podcast?
What did you get? Bachelor of the Arts?
Probably, yeah.
I didn't get that.
Bachelor, yeah, probably arts, I guess.
I didn't get
don't know.
bachelor's,
I don't
dude.
know.
What's ours?
I got a side D.
Is that true?
Is that a
A
post?
side D?
I got a side D.
That is a thing. I just don't know if he's one of them.
Nice.
I went to school for 5 years.
Hell yeah.
I didn't do an extra year because I fucked up. I did an extra year because I could get a master's in psychology.
Oh, you
As
like
well.
3-2 program?
Yes.
But you didn't get it.
I'm just joking, bro.
Yeah, I didn't know.
I got a bachelor's like, yeah.
He went to Barcelona.
Dude, lying is fun.
Yeah.
All right.
Can you explain why you're wearing a hat today, by the way?
Can you explain
wait, don't just come back.
Wow.
why am I wearing a hat today?
Well, because
Oh, that's why.
So
Oh
with
my
the
God.
light
No,
is
no, no,
way
no, that was really funny. I thought there was another reason I was wearing a hat. No. I went in the sun for the first time in 6 years and I got a fucking tan halfway through my forehead. So my forehead looks like Mark's normally.
Yeah.
Whereas like the sun is hitting one location and then the rest it doesn't. So is there an actual line right there?
it's not real.
The color looks great. From
Thank
here
you.
down, it looks
yeah.
great.
I honestly didn't wear that for that reason, but it actually, I mean, how horrible is it?
You had to wear
That's
a hat.
awesome.
You wore a hat for that reason.
That is awesome.
And then with the cut and everything,
It's
it's just like from here, nothing just happens from here.
so bad, isn't it?
Your cranium is in a rare way right now, dude. You look like in rare form.
You look like a golfer when they win a championship. They take their hat off on the 18th green and they've just got a white line.
Shut up, Mom. Why is that still going, dude? That was so long. What is that about?
It's a communication
That was a
degree.
5 year, bro.
That's a communication degree.
5 years of communication. Okay. Oh my God!
Show
that
the
is
funny picture, Mark. It's
hysterical.
funny. Aha. Fuck y'all.
Come on, Rochambeau.
What the fuck is that?
Oh my God, that's crazy.
He got a tumor on his head.
Yeah, so-
The fuck is that?
What do you mean? What is that?
Yeah.
That's
That's
why we don't mix the races.
Yeah, good. We don't want your fucking horrible skin. Like,
oh my God, you gotta keep it
you
pure.
need to mix it.
That's gonna age well though. You give them time with that, it's gonna look good. I'm telling you.
You think?
Oh yeah, it's like natural Botox. Nothing on your forehead. You're gonna look amazing.
Yeah, that is
You can't
true.
be surprised for years, bro. It's gonna be awesome.
Okay. Can we have a serious fucking conversation on this podcast?
Yeah, let's start the pod, dude.
All right. While we're speaking of basketball, we have to speak.
Shout out.
Yeah, we have to speak about JJ.
Shouts to JJ.
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
You
Friend of the
know
show.
what? JJ is a good guy. You know, we're gonna play paddle all summer out in the Hamptons. We had great plans to just enjoy a nice summer of paddle. Okay. And then this fucking cocksuck decides to go out there and get the fucking Lakers head coaching job.
Very inconsiderate of him.
Very. Very. Now I have to find a new person to be part of the four for the paddle.
Yeah.
And I was ready to work this guy because he has like one fucking mozzarella string left on his Achilles. And I was looking forward to this summer, like hitting a nice little drop volley and having that shit pop and then just standing over him.
You're horrible.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? That's a friend. That's what friends do. Okay.
Trying to Cameron breaks this guy.
So JJ got the Lakers job. Vivek's gonna be Trump's VP. I mean, like basically when you come on the pod,
You win, dog.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
win.
Wait, that was announced? Vivek?
No, but I just saw
It's
something.
widely believed. I think Trump is flying to Cleveland. I think that's where Vivek is, and that's why he's flying out there. Last I read.
That's not good.
Why?
Wait a
'Cause it
minute.
gives him a chance of winning.
No, you saw how when he was still running, they were like, I can't vote for you because you're brown. Like so many Republicans were saying
No, but they
that.
don't care about VP.
That might.
They'll vote for a brown VP. They don't mind us as VPs.
I don't know.
Wait a minute.
No, I don't
He's
know.
making sense now.
That's what
a
I'm
little
saying.
bit. I agree with Akash. Like Trump
How's he
has.
making sense? He just said, I don't know. That's all he said.
That was
Hold on. Let me get it back.
That was a ball.
I tend to agree with Akash because if he would maybe alienate, but what is the group that Trump has not tapped into? And does Vivek satisfy that group? I don't know if he does actually.
I would say moderates.
Is Vivek tapping into the mindset of the moderates, you think?
no.
I think
I
they
think
might.
he's really extremist in his philosophy.
I think they might be disillusioned enough with Biden that they're like, okay, there's someone at least sensible in some form. Because if you're looking at both of them, like they both might be a little bit senile. If you're looking at them like that, then you might look at the VPs. Kamala, no one likes. They're gonna look at Vivek and be like, well, he seems better than her. He seems more competent. He seems just smarter. He's a man. That's kind of cool. You know what I mean? A little more comfortable there.
You're fucking disgusting.
No, I'm not saying. I'm just talking about the casual
This whole
voter.
couch is fucking disgusting.
I'm just talking about
As
the
a
casual
father of a
voter.
daughter,
I know.
it
Yeah.
really pains me
This
to
guy's a
hear
girl dad, and you're
this
gonna say that.
disgusting
What's
toxic
the Hawk
masculinity.
Tui girl's name? You still don't remember because she's just the Hawk Tui
I
girl in
know
your
her
brain.
name
What's
perfectly.
What's her name?
Haley Welch.
That was really good.
Pull that out.
Yeah.
That was
really
You
good.
got it. All right.
You'll never forget.
No, he won't. I know.
I will never forget that girl's name. Because I've been searching for it for about 3 days straight. Okay? I've been doing a big deep dive on this girl. Fucking jerk, this guy. And you with your opinions on women.
What did I say?
You said that it's better that the president is a man.
No.
Strictly
I did
because-
not say that
Yeah,
out
yeah.
loud. What I said was, I think the
You said the vice president.
casual voter would just, be a little more comfortable with a man than a woman that no one seems to like.
Yeah, that's a good point about Kamala. She's not very likable.
She's very widely disliked. I know you have to pretend you like her, but you don't.
Son, she's black.
Exactly.
then-
I just said everything right there. You just repeated what I said.
Is she black?
Yeah.
Is Kamala black?
I see her as
She's
Daisy.
black when she wants to be and Indian when she needs to be. It's like
When has she been Indian? I haven't seen the Indian
when
side come
it's
out.
time to run and get Indians to vote for her. Then she's Indian.
Then
And
she's
very
Indian.
proud of it.
Is she the most docile, quiet Indian woman that you've ever met in your entire life? Is there
Yes.
another Indian woman in this position of power
No.
that literally says absolutely nothing?
Yeah.
It's to the point where I don't think she's Indian.
Yeah. I don't think she's black then either, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that is kind of crazy.
What the fuck is this lady?
That is kind of crazy.
She's Indian and black.
I think
and
she's the
presents
other Asian.
none of them at all.
She's like the other Asian, I think. Like a Korean. Like a Korean, maybe?
Oh, brown rice?
She's brown rice?
Yeah.
Do you think she's brown rice?
She's
She's
sneaky
brown rice. Yeah.
Sneaky brown. I can see it.
I mean, there's something else going on here. The fact that she's a black woman and an Indian woman and hasn't had a single opinion.
Maybe that's the blend.
The
That's
math
blend.
is, they cancel each other
That's
out.
the blend, dude. Yeah,
Two negatives equal positive.
Yeah.
Oh my, I'm glad you said that one because I was going to call them negatives and I thought that was
Yeah,
wrong.
you can't say the
I
N-word.
thought that.
I can say that. I'm half negative.
I like it. No, you're full negative.
Yeah, well, it worked better that way. The joke just worked better that way.
Damn it, guys. Was I analyzing humor again? I should do that more. That sounds really fun to do on the podcast. Let me just analyze all the jokes while we continue the pod.
Well, you are half. You're Pashtun. You're mostly Pashtun.
Yeah.
Is Afghan? Is that negative? See, I think Indian. Indian is your half.
Oh, I forgot you were a dirty.
Yeah, dude. My main genetics are apparently Pakistani and Pashtun. I am fucking evil.
Yo, I like calling whites monkeys a
It's
lot.
the best. Calling white people monkeys is the best.
Is it? Well, let's not. It's kind of fun
Because
calling
you-
other.
you
Now
feel-
I'm defensive.
because you-
I am the best.
Well, I mean, you feel the least racist. There's the least racial implication. So there's no, like, if I call a Sri Lankan a monkey, which is funny to me, there's a little bit of.
Dude, you get a
weirdness to it.
smirk just
It's so
saying
funny.
it.
It's just such a funny thing.
You just said it hypothetically.
It's so funny.
And you just.
Asian.
Yeah.
What? Black people are not even doing. We're not even going there.
This is a fucked up thing. But if you're.
Relax.
No, I mean this sincerely. Okay? If your dog was at the top of a tree and you needed to get it down.
As a Pashtun Pakistani, no problem.
No.
Climb up that bitch, no problem.
No. And there's just a group of people looking.
Wow.
This guy.
What?
You just go.
What do you-
Just go.
What do you mean? Wait. And you couldn't because you had a horrible injury. You had a laceration
Yeah,
in your labrum
yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah.
You couldn't obviously go out up the tree.
Yeah.
Now, and everybody was like, I'd love to help. I'd love
Yeah,
to help.
yeah,
I'd love
yeah.
to help.
I like it.
That was really specific.
Yeah, I know.
Extremely.
Yeah, I know.
That was really specific. Why is that the first time he's been mentioned on this podcast?
No, dude, we mentioned him before. I've
we did?
shouted him out a couple times. Yeah.
For what?
We talked
Sue
about
or something.
Did he warm up? What did he say? What did he just say? What did he just say?
He said something racist.
I don't know.
He said something
Nah,
racist.
Go. What did he say?
Nah, it just seems like if he's built like he could climb things well. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, he's got some Mowgli in him.
Yeah.
Just in terms of like the.
Dude, I'm not wrong, right?
Yeah,
You see it.
just
You
in terms
know
of the
it? You see
ability.
it, right?
Like, you see some
He seems helpful.
Mowgli.
Yeah, he seems enthusiastic about helping.
Yeah. But also, if there was like a vine and he had to get somewhere, he'd probably take the express. You know, like that is, but that is a lot. I don't think we talk about that enough. The fact that like we would all see vines and not use them to get where we need to go, but there are probably a lot of people that could do that effectively.
Yeah,
You know?
Yeah, you're right. You're right about that.
I agree.
Especially if, like, let's say you were one of those American Ninja Warrior people.
Very specific.
They are really good at upper body strength.
Absolutely.
You
That's
know?
a good point.
He's
They can
actually
do-
specifically correct.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But most of those guys are white,
Yeah.
so you really need a white.
Yeah, you need a fucking.
You
yeah.
are the most monkeyish in behavior, whites.
That is, I think, meant him specifically.
Tell me.
I mean, you walk around in bare feet all the time.
Yeah,
You like climbing things.
Yeah.
Love saving the environment the most.
Holy
That's 100%
shit.
true.
Yeah.
You guys play pranks with poop and shit.
Yeah. You're the most monkeyish.
There's a white lady that lived in a tree for 4 years to save her from getting cut down.
Yeah.
That's some monkey ass shit.
That's some monkey shit.
This
when-
monkey ass
That's a
bitch
monkey
is
bitch.
Hold on,
This monkey bitch, right?
Hold on.
Oh.
So when white people call non-white people,
So he always started talking back to you just so he had to hold it in.
I'm just saying when
You
white
spoke
people
his
call
language.
non-white people monkeys,
It's a projection.
it's or a compliment.
Or
It's the highest form of flattery. If you're a white supremacist,
Okay, that's true.
right? You believe whites are the best and whites are the most monkey-esque. By calling another a minority a monkey, you're saying they are supreme as well. Look at this fucking goofy bitch. You got a goofy tree-hugging Twilight bitch.
Yo, that's funny.
This was her house for like 5 years.
And she saved that tree. I looked at this story.
Yeah.
She absolutely did. And the second they came it down, I wish they chopped that bitch down. The second she got out of that tree, I wish they chopped it down. Oh, God.
How they get food up to her and shit.
They don't eat food.
Yeah, dude. She swung from vine to vine, take berries out of trees, whatever the fuck. No problem.
Birds, you can take their eggs.
Yeah. I mean, look at this, bro.
That's dope.
Kind of unreal.
Yeah, I really got shit too good. Bitch don't got no job. She don't got shit to do. So
You know what it is, Al?
fuck.
We've had shit good for too long. That's what happens. Because there are tons of minorities have shit good, but they're so close to when it wasn't good.
Yeah, that's very true.
The whites that have had shit, it's not even good. They don't even have to be rich. They just have to be like middle class or upper middle class for generations.
Comfortable.
Yeah.
You're comfortable.
Once that comfort sets in, this goofy shit starts.
So you're
that
just
makes tons
running
of
it
sense.
back. So
That
now
makes
monkey,
perfect
and then you'll become Neanderthal and all that shit.
Whatever
Running
it
back.
is.
Yeah.
Because the super rich are always terrified they're going to run out of money.
Right.
Or they're going to lose all the money. So they have that like motivation to keep on going. But the generational upper middle class, the ones who are like, I'm never going to get beyond this, but we're not like, going to fall underneath. They just get fucking bored. And they start climbing trees and doing this shit.
Maybe she was trying to find a new place to gentrify. Maybe that was it. She's trying to get out of a neighborhood.
Wait, were you? Wait,
That-
hold on.
I know.
Hold on.
Yeah, walk him into that
Who
one.
would she?
Walk him into that
Who
one.
would she gentrify in the tree, Mark?
Walk him into that one. Wow. Walk him into that one.
Mark,
Walk him into
what
it.
people would
Get
she
there.
be kicking out of their
Get
community in a tree?
This is a national park. She was trying to colonize it from other white people.
Oh, is that
Who goes to
right?
national parks?
Is that how gentrification works? White people move out other white
Yeah,
people?
white people
Yeah,
can't move
they
out
move
of
out the
white
poor
people.
whites, like in
Miles,
Polish.
get it ready.
No.
Miles, get it ready. Hold
No.
on. So,
Yeah, that's
so,
great.
Miles, so Mark here. So your knee-jerk reaction was
Damn.
she's trying to kick people out of their community. Who would live in a tree? What group of people, in your mind, would
Elves.
live in a tree?
Elves live in trees.
Oh, Nolan. And a bunch of little cream puffs.
No, this is a national park. She was trying to go in there, and the people that go to national parks are white people, so she was trying to fuck with them.
Hey, black guy. What? Why is it?
Yes, white guy.
Y'all don't go to national
An
parks.
Indian
That's a
guy.
fact.
Yes.
Why is it? And I will say, I went to some national thing.
A conference? A white nationalist conference?
It was in Washington D.C. January 6th. And there was tons of Indians. This was in like Utah.
In Utah? At a park?
It was in like the Utah, was it Arizona border? Horseshoe Bend. You've seen that thing. It's like a popular whatever. There was so many Indians, it's not even funny. And from India type shit. So I think they make it part of their trip in America. They're like, oh, I need to see this
they must be
majestic landscape.
They must be rich to make it past Empire State Building and all that shit. They must be rich over there.
Okay, so it's not a common thing.
I wouldn't think so. I've never heard of it.
Alex, so why do you guys not go to the national parks? Why do you not frequent national parks?
Because it's stupid.
Okay. Okay, that's dismissive. Why do you find it stupid?
Because if I want to see a tree, I'll just walk anywhere outside. And I don't have to get eaten up by bugs. I don't have to worry about fucking animals. That's just dumb.
I think black people might have an aversion
I
to
got
too much
Central
outdoors
Park.
because they were left out there for quite some time.
Wow.
By white people.
So
It's not
thank
my
God.
fault. Why are you mad at me?
God.
Why are you mad at me for
That
what
was
white
worse than
people
what I
do?
said.
Hold on.
That was way worse. That was
Why are
way
you mad at me
worse.
for what white people
I don't
do?
think we left them out. I think that there was places for them.
No, I think you made them work out there.
No, we would, yeah.
Yeah.
But then they could come inside.
No, only certain ones. you allow
Not inside our place, but there was a place for them. There was a barracks or something like that. There was
Barracks.
yeah, there was like a Ramada. I think they had a Ramada in.
3 stars?
Yeah, it was a nice little 3-star Ramada. And they
Free continental breakfast.
I don't know if free.
Yeah.
They put the free in the continental breakfast.
Y'all should go to national parks. This shit's fire.
No.
Yeah, you just came back from a national park.
Grand Teton.
How was it?
It was good. A decent number of Indians, I will say.
What do you do?
Wait. Hold on.
What'd you say?
A decent number of Indians.
Hold on 1 second. I didn't understand one word of that sentence that you just said. What did you just say?
There's a decent number of
A
Indians.
decent number of
I
Indians.
think you tease
That's
a
what I
number
thought.
of Indians.
I was.
I didn't even hear it.
I was teasing them. I would yell bear and then run away, and they would all freak out. That was part of the thing that I would do. But no, there was a good number of Indians
And what did you see them doing?
just walking around the national park.
Come on.
That's it.
Come on.
No, there were.
Was it raining?
Come on.
It was not raining.
No.
It was not
Come
raining.
on.
There's nothing. It was a regular national park.
To be honest.
The
Come
part that I
on.
saw them on mostly was the lake. Jenny Lake was a big lake out there, and that's
Jenny
what they,
Lake.
That's what they were all
Yeah,
going.
they thought it was a white girl. She's here somewhere. She must be here somewhere. Okay, what else?
And it was great. And then we went on the trail, and there was fewer Indians. There was far fewer Indians, and
A lot of white people.
Yeah. Wow.
Did you see
Where the mud
any
was? Where the mud was?
Yes.
where the mud was?
Mud is near the lake. I will say, mud is mostly near the lake, but
Okay.
it was a good trail.
Did you see any animals
Besides the monkeys.
The white,
besides the
Yes.
Besides the white.
ones?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
White-ass
fucking
monkeys.
white ass monkeys.
we saw chipmunks. They told us there was a bear on the trail.
And
Started shaking in my sandals. I got a little scared.
you
I'll
wore
be honest.
sandals to this hike?
Yeah.
Where there was animals you might have
That's
to run
insane.
from?
Or Tivas, my
That's
Tivas.
insane.
I had to put on my chonkless for the hike, dude.
Sometimes I hope white people
What are you gonna
die.
wear?
Yeah,
What the
right?
fuck?
Sometimes I hope
What do you
die.
wear on a hike? What do you wear on a hike?
A Merrill.
Hiking shoes.
A Merrill.
What is a marrow?
The Merrill shoes.
boot.
You know
That's a
those
boot.
Merrill
Hiking
shoes that
Nah,
dads
that's
wear?
too heavy. Those are heavy.
No, Merrill.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
You're thinking of Doc Martens, I think. Merrill's just a hiking boot.
It's a hiking sneaker, a shoe, or something like that. Tivas. You're gonna hike in Tivas.
Yeah, it's the lightest shoe. That way, if I have to run, I can.
But you
I
don't
can get
need
away.
lightness. You
Yeah.
need grip.
Yeah.
I got grip, dude.
You can't grip in Tivas. There's
Yes, you
no
can.
way.
That's what we're born to do, bro. I was trying to go the Native American way. I wanted to be as close to barefoot as possible.
Yeah, but once they got shoes, they're like, this is awesome.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, it felt, yeah.
I don't know.
Show me what you were wearing.
What is a
I don't know what the
They
fuck
have
that
not
is.
rejected any of the cool shit that white people brought over.
Maybe they should have. Is my point.
I agree with you.
That's what the fuck you're wearing?
Yeah, I was wearing my Tevas.
Oh,
is
you're
insane,
trying
right?
to die, bro.
This is
no,
insane.
Tevas
No,
are
no,
fire. I'm telling you.
Like,
everyone-
aren't you going up like hills and shit like that?
it was
Like,
a mild trail. It was a mild, regular trail.
I hate this.
I do too.
I don't like it when girls wear these.
What color do you have?
Oh, Miles.
Got the black ones.
Oh, Miles.
I got the black ones. They have a nice little pattern on them.
Yeah, I didn't know if you got the cool pattern one.
This is the worst piece of, what would you even call it? It's not a
white-
shoe,
whiteness?
footwear.
Yeah, it's terrible.
The Teva is the worst.
It's up there.
No,
The
there's worse.
worst. Show me worse.
Oriental
tabby.
Chinese shoes.
No.
The ones that like make their feet small and beautiful.
Yeah, like the 1800s.
The ones that like would bind their feet and make them adorably beautiful.
That's a worse. Yeah, that's
No, it isn't.
You think that's beautiful?
Have you seen what their feet look
Yeah,
like?
it's like a ballet.
They look like a croissant. If you want to look at foot binding and what it does to the little Chinese woman's feet, they make them adorable little croissants. They roll them up into a beautiful little croissant. Look at that.
Looks like Patrick
Yikes.
Star.
Come on. You add some butter to that?
That's a worse shoe. That's by far worse.
Oh, that's brutal.
Than the Teva.
All right.
can't
Depends
look
what
at
you
that.
want out of it. But that is
Can't
pretty
look at
fucking
that.
gnarly.
Mary Jane tabbies are ugly. Women are wearing them a lot now.
What are they? No, the ugliest sneaker for women to wear ever is the high-heeled Nike Dunk.
Oh, yeah, that was a really stupid thing.
God.
High heel Nike dunk.
It's like,
It's like a wedge. but
It's
like
a wedge
Nike
Nike
dunk.
dunk.
Oh, I didn't see. I never saw. That's ugly. That's an ugly.
That's not that bad.
I don't mind that much.
That's not.
I mean, maybe
you
if I
don't
saw
see
it.
you don't see that there's a split in there and their toes split and they
Yeah,
can-
that's fire.
Oh god.
Anytime I
like
can
that.
think about
no,
toes.
I don't like this.
Anytime I can just think more about feet, I love that. I also love that there's a separation.
Yo, that was a shoe.
No, this is
The
not
ones
the
I
one
saw were
I'm
like
talking about.
wedges.
There it is, right there. The green ones to the left. Up, left. There it
This?
is. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Those were the
those are
worst.
fire, bro.
It is impossible to look good wearing those. Like if you're a girl and you wear those, it is impossible to look attractive. Anything above your ankles just melts when you wear those. Like if I'm like, oh my God, she's hot, and I just can't even look at it. That'll be the only thing I don't let my daughter wear. She's like, can I wear a short skirt that like I show my ass? As long as you're not wearing Nike wedges. That'll be the only thing that I say, no, you cannot do.
This feels racially motivated because I've only ever seen Puerto Rican women wearing this.
I've only ever seen white girls.
Yeah,
wear it.
yeah, yeah.
Really?
It's like their version of being cool. They're like, oh, I'm hip. I know about cool sneakers.
That's like Williamsburg and shit, right? Like
Really?
hipster
No,
one?
not hipsters.
Oh.
Like just no style whites.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Just
Like middle America.
I'll tell you your name.
because they need to know about the.
I'll tell you your name after the pod, and you'll know exactly what we're
Yeah.
talking about.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're going to take a break real quick so we can up your wallet game with Extra. Extra is the world's largest smart wallet brand, and you need one of these. You know why? Because there's a lot of fucking scammers out there, and this wallet, while, first of all, giving you quick card access like that, anytime you need a card, bang, right there, right at your fingertips. Also, trackable worldwide. So if you lose your wallet a lot, like your boy, or if you get pickpocketed out in Italy by these fucking, I'm not going to say anything, by these fucking Italian pickpockets, trackable worldwide, and it's now on Apple's Find My network. It is the #1 smart rated wallet in the world, and this is important. It offers RFID protection. I don't know what that technically means, but I know when people skim, when they don't even have to steal your wallet to steal your information, this wallet protects against that. This is the wallet you guys got to go to, and if you want, you can enjoy Extra's 4th of July sale with up to 30% off site-wide at partner.extra.com/flagrant. And you'll get an additional 5% off with the code flagrant. Again, that is partner.extra.com/flagrant. Now let's get back to the show. Hey there, noodle dicks. You know, we got to talk about it's Blue Chew. For those of you who can't get a hard dick, or if maybe your dick is just trash, there's a performance-enhancing drug out there. This ain't the MLB. We don't mind if you get on the juice. We don't mind. It's not going to tarnish your record in our eyes. And the best way to do that is Blue Chew. It's got the same active ingredients as all those other drugs, but it's the Blue Chew, so it's the one we trust. You guys have rocked with us since the beginning. Listen, there's no way you can't be better at sex. If you think you're a 10.0 at sex, I got news for you. You're a 1.0. You probably are terrible. Your dick is trash. Nobody's ever told you. Ladies, if you got a man who you love, but his dick is trash, I'm not going to name any names. My wife, this is probably a great thing to give them so you can be a little bit more satisfied. And because Blue Chew is Blue Chew and they want to help you have better sex, if you go to bluechew.com, you can get your first shipment for free. All you got to do is use the code FLAGRANT at checkout, and your first order is free. All you got to do is pay $5 for shipping. Again, that is bluechew.com, promo code FLAGRANT, to receive your first month for free. Visit bluechew.com for more details and important safety information. Obviously, always be safe, and we thank Blue Chew for sponsoring this podcast. Now let's get back to the show.
Wow, that's fucking crazy. Devin Haney asked DAZN to remove the fight footage between him and Ryan Garcia.
God. No, granted, if Ryan cheated, which it looks like he did, I get that. It's like you lost to somebody while that's cheating.
Yeah.
But Ryan has just controlled the narrative so well that it makes Haney look like a bitch for complaining.
Yeah.
But he should complain. The guy he fought cheated.
Yeah, but also getting the fight footage off of DAZN is like, it's already on Twitter. That's where the clips are going to live.
Yeah, it is a bitch ass move.
It's just bad. You're going to look like a bitch. You should just think it through and be like, well, it's going to be on Twitter forever, and me taking it off DAZN is just going to make people retweet it more.
Yeah,
No, that's true. But there should, it's so interesting. Like, this is the controlling a narrative. This is the value of controlling a narrative. Because it's making Devin look petty, when in reality, he was the one cheated.
Yeah.
And if you were cheated, you should feel justified in doing anything that you want to feel validated again.
Yeah.
Like he has every right.
Yeah.
You know? But
what is this? People keep saying it wasn't the steroids that made him lose. Why do people keep saying that? Is that a thing?
it wasn't the steroids that made
Like
him.
what? Haney didn't lose because Garcia took steroids. It was, they're like, I keep seeing that tweet. I don't understand how that's possible, but they'll just tweet that and leave it alone. Like boxing fans. As if it was something beyond just the strength, I guess.
I mean, I don't know. Like,
He got knocked around,
Yeah.
you know.
Yes. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. If you got punched hard
Yeah.
by someone who's taking steroids, probably because of the steroids.
But he also got outboxed. So I think that's what they're saying. Like,
Okay.
It wasn't really that outboxed.
not that much, but
Yeah.
you have to, that's a part of it.
If there were no knockdowns and Garcia won every single round,
Yeah.
I'd be like, okay. But then you could make the argument like, yo, he's on the roids. Maybe this helped him train longer, helped him have better cardio
Yeah,
because your
yeah,
recovery time is less.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It to me, it's just a perfect example of like controlling a narrative.
Yeah.
And the power of that shit.
Yeah.
I'd be so pissed off if I was Haney, though.
Right?
So pissed off.
Well, so what happened with the money? Like, did he get
So
the full
Ryan
purse refunded?
sacrifices like I think his $1.1 million guaranteed purse. That goes back to I think Haney's promoter, and then Haney might get some of that. I imagine he will, but it doesn't matter because they both got pay-per-view money. So if they both made 25 or 50 million each, it's like you give them the 1 million. Like,
Yeah.
who cares?
You got to disincentivize cheating more than that. It's got to be like you forfeit 60% of your pay-per-view or whatever.
Shit, Ryan, whether he won the fight or lost the fight, he won it.
He won.
Yeah.
He's just won. Like, we want to all see his next fight. He's taking a year off for the suspension. He did something that was really clever. He goes, before they gave him the suspension for a year, I'm sure they told his camp. So it was like a day or two before he was like, you know what, I'm retiring. And then it came out that he's suspended for a year. He goes, you can't suspend me. I'm already retired. he goes, I think I'll come out of retirement about a year from now, by the way.
That's funny. That's
So
really
funny.
He
He's
can just
good.
control the narrative.
So funny.
I think they needed to suspend him for more than a year, though,
Talk to me.
because it's like they usually take about a year off between fights.
Yeah, it's the bigger fighters.
Yeah.
That's a good
Yeah.
point.
It's like, this isn't a punishment.
Yeah, the UFC schedule for fighters is a lot different than the boxing schedule. Is what you're saying. Like
Yeah.
UFC guys will fight every fucking 3 months or something
Yeah.
crazy like
Yeah.
that. But the boxing guys that get to the highest level,
Yeah.
they're fighting once a year,
maybe.
twice tops.
Yeah.
So you're really not even punishing them?
Yeah.
Is it illegal for him to schedule a fight the day after the suspension's over?
Oh, that's a good question. Like, do you need to be a sanctioned fighter in order to
schedule.
schedule a fight?
Because if I'm him, I would schedule it the day after and then just train a whole camp and be like, well, it's not illegal to train. I'm not training for anything.
And because he's suspended, he won't get drug tested. He could be on the roids for an entire year.
Great fucking point.
Yeah.
If I'm Ryan, no bullshit, I'm using steroids for the next fight again.
Yeah.
Just
Liver
use
King
it.
shit.
Exactly.
Yeah,
you go in, you knock them out again, and
Yeah.
then you pop for steroids again. You're like, yo, we still talking about steroids? Are we really still talking about steroids? You didn't think I was going to do it again. It worked the first time. Dummy.
I mean, liver. It's just liver. That's
Yo.
all it is.
I accept my 1 year suspension again.
Yeah.
I'll see y'all in
Just make
300
50 million
Yeah.
every other year.
Crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, it's kind of genius.
And then people will still watch. Like, he'll come back to fight someone else and be like, I promise I'm not going to use steroids. I promise. Just have fun with it. We don't care.
Is that why they're not being that heavy-handed with the suspension? Because they're like, he's gonna make us money. He's gonna get eyes. Like, we need him. Boxing's not.
Yo, that's a good point.
People keep saying it's dying.
If he's the biggest name in boxing,
Yeah.
you don't want to suspend the biggest name in boxing for too long.
Yeah.
And we would love to watch another fight with him and Tank, especially off of that Tank victory.
Yeah.
That Tank.
Yeah.
That's a bad motherfucker right
Oh
there.
God.
He's a
Tank is a bad
Just
motherfucker.
toyed with him.
Unbelievable. I never seen anything like that.
Yeah.
I know I'm a casual, but just seeing him in the corner, just waiting. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just
I know.
like it was crazy.
I mean, backflip after you knock a guy out. I mean, I'm pissed off.
He does that.
If you knock
after
me out
almost
and you
every
do a
fight.
backflip, I'll be like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah. There's memes of this, but like the first, you're like barely coming to, and the first thing you see is a guy's legs in the air jumping off the top rope. Like, what are you even thinking in that
Yeah.
moment?
You were in the air because he knocked you out. He's in the air on his own accord. He just wanted to be in
The only thing more disrespectful is Tyson Fury knocking you out than singing a song. That would infuriate me so much.
Eddie Murphy had
Okay.
a joke that Mike Tyson would kiss you after he knocked you out. He's like, "Oh, beat my ass and then come kiss me. I'm not some bitch, dude." What the fuck
He
is
would do that?
Yeah, apparently.
Oh,
He said Michael beat your ass and then kiss you after the fight. Like, good fight, buddy.
I think he did that once to this guy. I think it was maybe Franz Botha or something like that.
And it sounds like I'm trying to.
I know who that is.
It's a white. It's this like white Polish boxer.
My
or something
favorite
like that.
white Polish boxer.
And it really sounds like I'm setting y'all up.
No questions. I got no
Look up
questions.
Franz both.
No.
Okay.
No, I'm not doing anything.
Anyway, he helped him up and like kissed it. He knocked him out. You don't remember that? And then he like tried to help him back up and like kissed him on the side of his face. Anyway, that shit is wild disrespectful. So shout out Eddie. All right, guys, back from a little bathroom break. Now I want to know. Mark did a little deep dive on Nvidia. Obviously, we've all heard about Nvidia, right? Maybe some of you guys are invested in Nvidia. God bless you if you are. I have no fucking clue what this company is. I don't know what they do. I don't know why they're good. I don't know why they became the most valuable company in the world at one point. They like topped Apple and Google
And Microsoft.
and Microsoft. Like, what is going on? So Mark is like, I'm going to do a little deep dive and break this whole thing down. This might be redundant from some of y'all sophisticated financial folks out there. But for the rest of us that have no fucking clue and all these stocks are just a bunch of letters mashed together, I like to know why this company is so fucking special. Do you guys know?
No.
Okay. So Mark, take us to, talk to us about Nvidia. Take us to the beginning. What is this Nvidia thing?
I'll tell you this: if you put $10,000 into Nvidia in 2019, right now it would be worth $120,000.
Okay.
If you put 10K into Nvidia in 2004, today it would be worth $5.3 million.
Wow.
So it's just like exploding. I had no idea what it was. I'd seen it like on the ticker, and I was like, "What the fuck is this thing?"
Yeah.
So looked into it. Basically, this guy created a company in like 1996 at a Denny's. This guy Jensen Huang.
Okay.
He's Taiwanese originally, moved
Went
to
to school
Thailand,
in Stanford,
and then
right?
went to Portland, where he grew up.
Oh, okay.
He got put into sick private school. So his parents sent him there. He was like 9 years old, and the private school was super cheap. His parents were in Thailand at the time, just sent him over. It wasn't actually a private school; it was a reform school. So he was in his roommate when he was like 9 years old was like a 17-year-old like former criminal. And they became like best buds, and he like taught him how to like weightlift and shit. And he like helped the guy with his math. Like they became like best buddies when he was like 9 years old, like at this reform school.
That's crazy.
Crazy, right?
Didn't he have a nickname?
Yep.
I thought he had a funny nickname.
No, he did have a nickname.
Funny.
Jensen is actually his nickname.
Oh, it is? Oh,
Yeah.
Shit.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
And so literally he goes to school, he's just a genius kid, like graduates, skips a bunch of grades, graduates when he's 19 or 16 years old, and then goes to Stanford, and then just like destroys at Stanford, and then goes into computer science and becomes like an engineer designing chips and shit. And then in 1996, 97, these two guys come to him, like VC guys, and they're like, hey, they're out of Denny's. He loves Denny's, which is hilarious to me. That's like his favorite restaurant.
That's hilarious.
And they all meet at Denny's, and they're like, all right, let's start a company. Like GPUs aren't really a thing yet.
What's a GPU?
A GPU is a graphic processing unit. All right, I'll explain more of that in a second. But basically, like computer graphics are just blowing up. Like, do you remember like back in the day you play a video game and like they were just starting to get computer graphics into it, and it was like, oh, this is fire. Like it's actual like 3D. Like you can move around and shit. It's not just like guys on a wall. Yeah. So he starts this company, and the company immediately does pretty good. They get investment from Sequoia Capital, which is like the biggest like VC group ever, gets a ton of money. But then all these other companies come in. Long story short, he beats out all the other companies because he bets the whole company one time. So they have basically 9 months to make a computer chip to make these graphics for these like movies and video games and shit, specifically video games. And as he's doing it, they only have 6 to 9 months to make it, where it takes like 2 years normally to make the chips any other time. So every other company's taking 2 years. He figures out a way to be like, fuck it, we're gonna do it in 6 months. So they start dropping these chips every 6 months. And so they're iterating faster. They're making the chips better than everyone. And on top of that, they're making them faster than everyone.
How does he make them faster and better?
So basically, this is like kind of technical. For all of the gaming things, they have basically 32 blend modes that these developers are using to make the video games. And he basically goes, fuck the 24 of them. We only need 8 blend modes. And so
What's a blend mode?
A blend mode is basically like a way that they can program the game. That's the way I understand it.
Okay.
I'm not fucking a computer science guy. But that's the way they're programming the game. So he basically goes, all right, fuck the 24. We're going to just
streamline the fuck out of the
We're going to do 8. And he convinces all the developers like, yo, you only really need these 8 blend modes. And they're like, all right, we'll try it. And then it works. And then he's able to come up with the chips faster and faster and faster and iterate on them faster and faster and faster. So he beats all these other companies that are in the space at the same time, and all of a sudden edges them all out. So now he's iterating super fast, bets the whole company, gambles, wins. And this is like going into the 2000s. He's focused specifically on like PC gaming. So then they invent the GPU. So the way that it was explained to me, like a CPU is
Computer processing?
It's not computer. It's computational processing unit.
Okay.
So basically, what a GPU is basically just like turbo for your computer. So like think of like a graphics card.
Yeah.
So it makes all the video games you play on your computer way better.
Got it.
So he comes up with his GPU, and basically like the way that you can think of a GPU is that like computers have cores, and a core on a computer is like a PhD. So like imagine you give a problem to like a PhD student.
Yeah.
And on a computer, they only have like 2. At the time, there's only 1. Now you might have like 4 or like 8 if you have like an 8-core processor. It's like crazy. But these are like super smart PhDs in your computer that can solve complex tasks. A GPU has 10,000 cores, but they're all dumber. So it's like a bunch of like kindergartners.
Okay.
So they can solve like plus and minus.
But they can't do the sophisticated
But
problems.
they can't do a bunch of sophisticated shit. But they can do really small things, and you can scale it out. You can put 10,000, 20,000 of these cores into a GPU. So it can do super specific things at scale really well. So you're able to put in your computer and have a GPU. All of a sudden, you can have like these really sophisticated graphics. They develop a new way where the GPUs can have like 3D shading. Remember like the early computer games? They would just have like the same lighting for everything.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden he comes up with a new way where all the lighting and shading is dynamic. So as you move through the world, all this shit is brand new. But it's still a video game company. So he's like making these video game things, and the company starts going crazy. They make like $1 billion, the fastest like computer company to make $1 billion ever. This is like into the 2000s.
Yeah.
And so they're basically just like a computer company. He's making a bunch of money. Life is good. And then in 2007, there's a Stanford computational science guy, and he's trying to do these computations. And basically what they're doing the computations for is like to do modeling. So like you're Boeing and you have a plane. You don't want to just like make a thing like a wing or something and then have to test it over and over in a wind tunnel,
You can test it on
You
the
can just
computer,
do it
yeah.
through models on computers. So the Stanford guy is doing this like super sophisticated computational science on computers, and Stanford has these huge supercomputers, and you put in a calculation, and you're like, all right, let's see what the calculation gives us. And it might take like 5 days to get
So
an answer.
modeling is just putting this thing into a scenario and then seeing all the different outcomes.
What happens?
So instead of flying the plane with really bad wind and seeing if it lands or not, that's too expensive, because if it doesn't, it explodes. You can run it through these models, and you'd be like, oh, okay, these wings aren't sufficient. It would have crashed. Oh,
Exactly.
these wings are good, but the fuselage is too bad. Boom. Okay. fine.
Exactly.
So this is the model.
So then a bunch of different companies are doing different types of modeling, and they're kind of relying on these computer science guys to do the modeling, but the supercomputers take so long. This is like 2007. So the guy that's a Stanford like computational scientist, his kid is a video gamer, and he's like, oh, Dad, you should get these like processing chips from Nvidia. I'm using them for my computer to play video games. What if you use them to try to like solve this equation? And so the dad goes out to like a Best Buy or whatever, buys a bunch of chips, stacks them all together, puts the computation through the chips, and basically is able to solve it in like 3 hours.
And it usually takes
5 days. So then he called Jensen. He's like, dude, thank you so much. You made my life so much better. Hangs up the phone. And Jensen's all of a sudden like, wait a second. Our like computer chips for like video games is like helping solve like science problems. Like that's crazy. And then it goes into this new thing, which is basically like the birth of AI, which is like 2012. There's these guys at University of Toronto that basically, they have this competition every year where they give them like 20,000 images, and they have to create a computer program that can identify what the images are.
Yeah.
And at the time, they would do it every single year, and like it'd be like, oh, 50% accuracy in like 2006. And then it was like 52% accurate 2 years later, and then 55% accurate. And so then these guys at the University of Toronto start using these Nvidia chips, and they're able to get it with like 90% accuracy.
Wow.
Which is like,
sorry, go.
it's just like a huge leap. That is like a categorical like jump.
This is the thing where you're signing into YouTube or whatever it is, and it asks you to click all the images that have a sidewalk.
Yeah.
So what you're basically doing is notifying the GPU what a sidewalk looks like. So if that GPU has something to get it right. So you're throwing 100,000 little things at a task, and the ones that get it right, they get rewarded, they stay, and these ones die off. And then you just run it again and run it again and run it again. Ideally, you get, I think that's how this predictive stuff works.
Yeah, exactly. So it's able to like predict a bunch of stuff, but everyone's like, oh, is it able to like comprehend things?
Yeah.
So like when it comes to like language models, like ChatGPT and shit, it's like, okay, you can predict what word comes next, but if you're translating to a different language, you can't really predict what comes next because different languages have different orders of words. You know what I mean? Like United States, French or Spanish is all flipped around.
Yeah.
So it doesn't help predict it. So it's like, can it understand it? And at the time, everyone was like, no, we're too far off from understanding it, So basically, he sees all this happening with the NVIDIA chips, like being able to like predict things through AI. And the NVIDIA chips, again, are so good because they have all of these cores that can do things all in parallel. So like in the way that the video game, like you would have different pixels that needed to populate stuff on a screen all individually without relying on the previous pixel. all of a sudden with these GPU chips, they were able to put the pixels up on the screen all independently, and it was able to make the video game amazing. And that's the same exact process that it takes to create like a large neural network for AI.
Oh, fuck me.
And so he's realizing this, and he's like, oh shit. Now they're pivoting their like video game company into an AI company.
Right.
And everyone is like, all right, Jensen, this seems like it's kind of crazy. Like you've already bet the company twice in a row, and like we've had these huge monumental gains in revenue. Like we're making billions of dollars. Why are you going to put the whole company?
And fuck it up.
Like it's so risky, right? And so he's like, nah, fuck it. And then he starts developing these products for AI. And now basically like since 2012, it seems like all of like these neural networks and all the AI boom that's happened has come from this Nvidia hardware. So in a time where everyone's like trying to catch up to be like, oh, how do we make chips for AI? How do we do it? They've already had 18 years of experience of like creating these processors that can run all of these equations in parallel. So they're not serial, which is just like, they just had such a lucky like time. There's basically this gold rush and Nvidia is selling like the pickaxes.
Wow.
God,
And so they blow up. And then as AI obviously is like exploding, one of the guys from the Toronto school that did the very first like AI boom that predicted all the images, one of those guys ended up co-founding OpenAI, I believe.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
So like he's already involved in AI. He links up with Altman and Elon, and they go into OpenAI together. And so basically NVIDIA is like the GPU processor that now is like lifting up the entire AI boom,
So
which is like the invention of the day.
It's like the Amazon Web Services
yeah, basically.
of AI.
Did people tell you to invest in? People told me to invest in 2020. A couple people on IG, and I was like, I don't know what that.
I think that's when I got in.
Oh yeah, yeah. Nice. Good for you.
Not a lot of money.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Really. I think I told you guys this. My stepfather-in-law. Is that what it's called? He was
Said
like,
silver.
well, it was at the same time I did silver.
Silver and NVIDIA.
And he was wrong about that silver, bro. It was super wrong. And I was talking all that shit about silver. I didn't know what the fucking Nvidia was.
And then Bitcoin actually was a part of this also, because like for Bitcoin mining, basically you just have to like put in a bunch of computations to like
Oh, that's
solve
right. It's
something.
problems, so you can
Exactly.
use the. Oh.
So it's just a bunch of math. And so it's simple arithmetic. It's just like plus this, minus this, multiply this.
GPU processor
But because the
perfect for
GPU is all parallel, it's able to do all of these really simple things, but at scale, they're able to run all the Bitcoin mining on it. So that was like one of their big booms in like 2017, 2018.
The gamers were really pissed they couldn't buy processors for
Because
the
they're
computers.
all being gobbled up by the crypto fund.
Exactly.
that.
So then they see this and they're like, all right, let's pivot. Let's make a crypto mining GPU. And then they come out with that. And then they're like, oh, AI is popping. Let's make an AI GPU. And now they're selling all these GPUs, but now all these companies are like, oh man, the GPUs are like kind of difficult to use because we need like a computer science engineer to come in and actually set it up. So then he starts selling bundles and then creates a CPU to deal with all the GPUs, and he's selling them for like hundreds of millions of dollars. Jesus. So like he's going to McDonald's, he's going to Walmart, going to all these companies being like, yo, here's a $200 million contract to get our bundle that's going to do everything for you and like basically be your own
AI.
Like, yeah, now they have like a cloud computing thing. They've written their own code for it, CUDA, which is basically like a software language and a platform that like exists for all the NVIDIA hardware. So they've become like a hardware company and a software company that started as a video game company that now is like leading the AI boom. So it makes a ton of sense why it's the biggest company in market cap. But the whole
Because if
shit
AI is the future, and they are the tip of the spear. They're the whole spear. They're the entire spear.
yeah, basically. And there's other companies that are trying to catch up, and like
They're
whether
so far behind.
and whether or not they can hold is like a question of, you know, how good their leadership is and like how well they can like dominate the market. But it seems like they're holding out. And then the name is actually kind of funny. It's like I didn't know what NVIDIA was, but like so they were saving all their files in the early days as NV. So like they were doing NV files. There's like new version, and so they were like, all right, what's like a word that has like NV in it? And so they find this Latin word for envy, literally like being jealous. And they're like, oh, the Latin word for envy is NVIDIA. And so they're like, let's just do NVIDIA. And because we'll be like the envy of the industry. So they made their color green for like envy to make everyone jealous and shit. Wow. Kind of fire.
Yeah, that's
But I had no idea. And so now there's like all these sanctions where like the government stepped in. They're like, all right, you can sell these bundles and shit, but you can't sell them to China. And so now they're able to like parse the bundle into like a bunch of different like cores and GPUs and stuff, and they're able to sell that to China, but they can't do certain things.
All the work together, yeah.
And so now there's like all these like legal loopholes they're jumping through. But then the question is, if we block China off, are they going to develop their own AI and their own thing separately, and then who knows what that can do? Can it be better? Like if we just injected the Nvidia stuff into China, we would have some control over it, but now we don't have as much.
Or they would just deconstruct it and then create their own anyway, which is what they do with everything.
Exactly.
Because they don't adhere to any of the copyright laws. They'll just take whatever we do and they'll just make their own version.
Exactly. So then the stock is like super valuable. Everyone's buying in. It goes crazy. And then like apparently some of the internal people like sell off because they're like, dude, we just hit the jackpot. Like I had, like a 0.01% of a share in 1996 and now it's worth $1 million. Like, let me sell. And so now like the stock is dropping. So like there's some volatility with it, but it seems like it's like arguably going to be the biggest company ever.
When was COVID?
2020.
Oh yeah, so maybe it was during COVID that I put some money in there. Remember I went to Colorado?
Yeah.
I did that hot air balloon shit?
I don't remember that, but I remember you telling us you got into silver.
That was it. That was around that time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just crazy. So I'm like, not legal, not financial advice, but I'm like, should I invest money into Nvidia? It seems like a good idea.
Yeah.
Is it too late now?
It's never really.
I don't know.
too
I mean,
late.
it's on a dip right now. So if you buy now, it's
buy the dip
Today.
because if AI is the future, which once you start to dabble in that AI shit, bro, like I don't know if you're using it for your life at all.
Yeah.
Are you?
I use it every day.
I haven't been able to use it functionally in terms of like it making my day to day more efficient, but I've been able to use it for like moments.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'll just ask it random questions that I don't know how to Google. Like you ever want to ask Google a question like it's a person?
Yeah.
And that just doesn't exactly work.
Yeah.
Like, am I tall enough for a Suzuki? Am I too tall for a Suzuki Samurai?
Huh.
Like, if you type that in Google, like Suzuki Samurai videos will come. Where to buy a Suzuki Samurai? Here's a YouTube video. Like maybe the person's whatever. But I typed that shit into ChatGPT and ChatGPT, and I said I'm 6'2", and it was like, it is a smaller car. It might be an issue for you height-wise. That being said, there's a roof that you can take off, so you have more room. That like, it just started giving me the information that was more exact that I wanted.
Yeah.
So I've been trying to do that for any question. I'm trying to use ChatGPT first.
And this one might be an answer to your question. If somebody told you in 2011 to buy Apple, you'd be like, they got the iPhone. How much higher can it go? It can keep going higher. That might be the answer.
People are barely using AI. If they're an AI company, and we assume that is the future, and people are barely using it, like this isn't even close. What I would look at is if there's another company, because there's going to be competitors, right? I would also look at if there's another company that's like on the rise and you can get in early there. There might be more opportunity for like extreme growth.
Yeah, but it's not a bad idea to have this mixed in.
Yeah. And so like right now their market cap is like 3 trillion.
That's nuts.
What does that mean?
So basically like all of the shares that are out owned by the public as well as like private employees.
Based on its current rate.
Yeah.
Is $3 trillion.
Yeah. So like the news was like, they lost 500 billion or something over the weekend. And it's like, that's a lot of money. It's not good.
But
you look at against a $3 trillion
3.5 trillion to 3 trillion. Ugh.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's unbelievable. Wow. And so this dude is betting the company over and over and over. He's like, all right, we're going to make faster chips. We have to. And they were like, how do you know the chips are going to work? This is back in the 90s. How do you know the chips are going to work? And he was like, well, if they don't work, we'll be out of business.
So we'll make them work.
And so to do the chips back in the day, literally like they would get the chips, they would test them, find all the bugs, send it back to the fabricator in Taiwan. They would fix it, send it back, and that's why it took 2 years. But they just did all the like testing of it like digitally, and they were like, we just have to test it and do it all in the computer to see if it works, and if it works, then.
And this is an American company. It's all being done here.
Yeah. No.
So why we put so much stock in Taiwan?
It's getting the actual
made
chips are
there.
getting fabricated in Taiwan.
And I don't understand why we can't just create factories that fabricate them here.
Our hands aren't small enough.
I mean, they are small. These chips are very small.
No, he's saying our hands are small.
Yeah. The chips are too small, bro.
Yeah,
Like, they're so tiny.
But yeah, why is that? It seems like you could create a factory is the easiest thing to create.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know what the reason is.
Right? Like if you have the technology
probably,
and you have the know-how, I feel like scaling a factory is easy.
Yeah.
maybe they're getting paid really low.
Let me look. Let me ask ChatGPT.
Like, cost analysis wouldn't be beneficial to do it here because we'll have to pay them more.
Maybe, but I thought that Taiwan was, I think, what they call like a newly industrialized nation. So it's like a booming economy, like a second world country that's like now first world, and because of that, you're going to have like higher minimum wages. And
I've heard it takes a lot of effort to create the infrastructure to build them, And because it's already in one place,
okay.
you just sort of go. It's like
So it's very hard to build them. So it's not as simple as like an assembly line for a car.
Yeah, I think it's super technical.
I think it's like watchmaking and why it's still sort of like in Switzerland. It's just there is a lot of knowledge like concentrated in that one area on the process.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. I mean, ChatGPT is like high cost to like build it, like effectively workforce shortage, government incentives. So apparently there's like high government incentives to like do it in Taiwan.
I mean, they better keep making them shits. That's the only reason they Taiwan. Right? Like the second they stop making them,
It's China.
it's China.
Yeah. So it's just wild. Like the amount of times this guy went in and like bet the whole company.
That's awesome.
And just like pivoted a bunch of different times and just saw things that other people didn't see.
Has he done a bunch of pods?
He's done a handful.
And how's his English?
Great. I mean, he like grew up in Portland since he was like 9 years old.
Oh, wow.
We have to get him on
How
the
much
spot.
is he worth?
love that.
I would think he's
He's the
richest
future
man.
richest man in the world, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I mean,
there
right
already?
now,
I would
his,
think he was
his
there,
net
man.
worth, I think, is like 25 billion or something like that. But I don't
That's
know.
it?
I don't know if that's like public, like with his shares and everything. I mean, let me look.
Yeah, that's with his shares, I would imagine.
110 billion. Excuse me.
No, that's
Sorry.
Yeah, it's more like
So yeah, he's making his way.
He's going to be the first trillionaire, I think.
I mean, at this point, and he's kind of sick too. He like works out. He wears leather jackets and all those things.
Dude, he's out. There's a picture of him signing boobs somewhere.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
I
just
see
like he's
what-
kind of a G. He's just like I don't know. He's a sick dude. But it just blew my mind. I had like seen this company blowing up all over the place, and I didn't know anything about it.
It might be the most successful company that people really don't know what they do.
Yeah.
Like, I think people are aware that it's like chips, but I don't think they realize they're investing in well, the investors, yes, but like the average person, I don't know if they know that it's an AI company, essentially. There was a video game chip processing company.
Yeah. And like that was the thing
What
that
world do we live in where knowledge is so separated?
Yeah.
yeah.
And wow, how the biggest company in the world, people don't even know what it does?
Yeah.
What the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
How isolated or in our own little bubbles are we?
Yeah.
quite.
Yeah.
But could that happen when we were children?
Yeah.
I don't
maybe
know if
with,
there's
maybe
the
with
big-
microchips.
But when we were kids, think about the biggest companies in the world. We knew more or less what they did.
Saudi Aramco. I'm trying to think like. What would be the
Yeah. I
biggest
mean,
ones?
Alphabet, like Google,
That's Google,
Microsoft, Apple,
obviously.
Lilly,
Yes.
Eli.
Amazon.
Amazon done.
Yeah. Berkshire Hathaway.
I wouldn't know Berkshire Hathaway.
I knew that it was a company that owns a bunch of companies. Like that's Berkshire Hathaway isn't a business. Like you're investing in his portfolio. If I'm
That was
not
Romney,
mistaken.
right?
Say again?
Romney.
No.
No, that's
No,
Buffett.
Oh.
Yeah. Romney's Bain.
Bain
Capital,
Bain
yeah.
Capital, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Just crazy.
That is a peculiar thing.
Yeah, in my mind it's the equivalent, and I'm just drawing this connection just personally, but like John D. Rockefeller, like when he first started like oil refining, it's just kind of used for like gas lamps and stuff. Like he starts oil refining before the Industrial Revolution like really takes hold. So he's like selling like oil for your lamps and like light your house up and shit. And then all of a sudden the Industrial Revolution happens and everyone needs oil, and he's like, oh well, I own all these refineries, and then tees it up and then just takes over everyone. So like Nvidia, there's another AI company that's like, or like hardware company that's building the GPUs. Nvidia will just be like, here's 20 bill, we'll acquire you. You know what I mean? Like if I'm like a software engineer right now, I'm going to develop a small nascent competitor to Nvidia to try to get acquired. And then they'll just give you $1 billion to go away.
Why aren't we doing that right now?
Right? We just
How
start
is
making
that
chips.
difficult?
We're not smart enough, guys.
I don't
I
think.
don't want to admit that.
Yeah, I think we could do it, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, Mark just learned that in a night.
That's what I'm saying. So let's just say we're doing it, and then maybe they'll give us a mil.
Yeah, we could say we're doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on. We
Dude,
got
this is
5 years communication. Though.
Yeah, I got a communications degree. I think I could do this.
We're
I
all
think we
college
got-
grads. Dude.
Yeah.
Okay, so wait, is this a function of like the internet completely compartmentalizing our knowledge base?
I also think it's just out of the realm of comprehension of most people. It's AI. It's such a new technology. Even Bitcoin, we weren't that siloed, but none of us really knew what the fuck the blockchain was in 2011.
That's fair. Yeah, that's a good point. I'm just saying, like, the biggest company in the world, usually people would know what they do. And I'm sure there are a lot of people like, yeah, idiot, we know what they do. We invested in them. You guys are the idiots that haven't invested. Sure.
But we
Great.
represent the common person.
I think we represent, the normals. Like,
Yeah.
I think most people hear about it. They see the guy, but they don't really know what's going on.
scenario. Yeah.
But yeah, I wonder if that's what happens. Like, there used to be, like back in the day, the way that information was disseminated is, these channels had to go, what will most people like? right? I'm not going to just create content for Asians and Indians and conservatives. They're like, what do most people want to learn about today? And this would probably fit into that.
Yeah.
Back in the day, it was like the most successful company. I'm going to explain it to you. But now, if it doesn't in some way satisfy your base's thirst for validation, you don't have to teach them about it.
Yeah.
And if people aren't invested in it, they're like, I don't want to know about it.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't want to know why it's good.
Yeah.
It's also because most people aren't touching it. You know what I mean? Like when Windows dropped, like Windows, what was the one that like everyone went crazy
95?
for?
90,
Yeah, like that was like
95?
95 or
Microsoft
98,
dropped this
something like that.
thing that I went out and bought. Or like Apple dropped an iPhone that I went out and bought.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Like Amazon is a company that I use every day. Whereas like Nvidia, people are using it. I don't even know if they know they're using it.
They don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels a little bit similar to, and maybe you were early adopter, but like, remember when crypto got to the point where you just had to buy something because you had so much FOMO? Do you remember all of us? I think it was like around Miami time. It was just like, even if you got $50 in, you're like, what the fuck is happening? Everybody's a billionaire now? Come on, what's going on?
I wasn't that much earlier than that. But yeah.
But it was around that time. You
Yeah.
started to feel it. You're like,
Yeah.
there's something happening here that's exciting. Only this is based on reality.
Yeah.
Like this, it's like, imagine Bitcoin could actually do something.
Yeah.
That's this
And
company.
this is the only company that has returns close to what Bitcoin gave people.
Whoa.
That's crazy.
The only
Holy
difference is that now
shit.
this is in like people's retirement portfolios. So like I think like the average retirement portfolio has like 5% exposure to Nvidia. Whereas like Bitcoin, most like retirement portfolios don't have Bitcoin. So like now like the American economy is almost like floated a little bit by this company.
That's crazy.
Like it's kind of like consolidated in terms of like what the NASDAQ
Dude.
or what the S&P is like holding on to.
You know what's interesting is it's almost like beneficial to Nvidia that people don't learn about his pension to bet the whole company.
Yeah.
Because like
Yeah.
if your retirement money is in this company and this guy every once in a while on a whim goes, yeah, I'm going to pivot and bet the whole fucking company.
Yeah.
That's kind of scary.
So let me say, he would actually say, I didn't bet the company. Like from the outside, from speculators,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, what is he doing? But for him, whenever he talks about it, he's like, no, I was 100% sure this is what the thing was. And when we pivoted to that and we kind of focused our energy on that, I was like 1,000,000% certain that it would work. And so he's like, they're not bets, they're guarantees that they're going to happen. So he's very confident the way he talks about it. They're like, nah, when we go in on something, it's the future.
yeah.
But he just sees shit that other people don't see. And which is crazy because I'm over here being like, yo, how did I miss this? Like, if I put 10 grand in 2019, I'd be.
People were telling me to
100,000.
buy it, and I was like, I don't know. It just sounds weird. What's the name?
But there's
Ah,
there's tech VCs that are like tech hedge funds that are literally like managing people's money. They didn't see it. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's
yeah.
not like we are dumb for not seeing it, but there's a lot of dumb people that were like, is AI really where it is? Like,
You know what gives me a little bit of solace is somebody said this. It's like, yeah, if you invested $5 in Bitcoin back in fucking whatever 2000, whenever it started, you'd be a billionaire by now. I would have yanked that shit out of $50.
Yeah. Yeah.
The second 10x.
Yeah.
10x.
yeah,
I'm rich, bro. 10x.
Yeah.
So that's what makes me feel comfortable. Like the person that just put the money in early and just stayed, those people, one, they're not even looking at the investment. They're like throwing money at random shit. They forget about it. All of a sudden it blows. And then to not take it out at 1,000x, you're literally crazy.
yeah.
Right? So
Yeah.
I don't feel like I don't have the same FOMO about missing out on the opportunity.
because you know what you would have done.
I know what I would have done.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so happy I forgot I even invested in it because I would have yanked it out.
The winners.
I had a business manager tell me, like, you're really up on Nvidia. And I go, what? I thought it was a crypto. Deadass. I thought it was a crypto. And then he goes, no, this company, whatever. And then I thought that it was a stem cell company
Nice.
because some of these, what's the name of the fucking
CRISPR?
stem? Yeah. Fuck yeah. Are you in on that one?
No, I want to be in. But I'm going to get in soon. But yeah, it's a gene therapy thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
a
How do you know
brilliant-
about that?
The book that you shit on called "The Future Is Faster Than You Think."
Well, fuck, that was right. Well, anyway, I got in on that one. And,
God damn it!
but again, this is none of my own volition. But yeah, like that same one, it was the same type of thing. It's like if you can start to manipulate these genes, you can really fix certain things.
I mean, it's crazy where humanity goes. You
Yeah.
can build super. I could have a child that's 5'9".
Oh. but also to me it was just like, oh, can we reverse, my dad's
That's what the
dementia?
immediate. But then where's it gonna go from there?
Yeah,
We're not
no.
gonna stop at
you're right.
curing dementia and
And
Alzheimer's.
most people use it for what you're talking about,
Yeah.
which is like, how do we make sure our kids have the most effective
Yeah.
genes,
Yeah.
or eliminate diseases that they might have? But
Yeah.
you look at that, you're like, holy,
a little
we're kind
frightening.
of close to this.
Yeah.
It's frightening, but pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is
Even little things like, short-sightedness or nearsightedness, whatever. Like, yeah, let's just fix that.
That's where it's going to start, right? It's
Yeah.
like, it's same thing with like teeth. Like we don't even see, dentistry as plastic surgery. We're like,
Yeah.
oh, you're just fixing your teeth, right? And it will start with the gene therapy. Like, oh yeah, well, you shouldn't have to wear glasses.
Yeah.
Let's just knock that out.
Yeah.
And then after that, it's going to be,
Yeah, that might be the first.
Yeah.
Glasses.
Something like that.
you shouldn't have to be too dumb.
Yeah.
Like, what if they can bring your IQ up to like a certain level? Like if they predicted it would be like, what is it? The 80, they could bring it up to, what's a fair IQ?
110.
110?
Yeah.
110. Okay, they bring it up to 110. Then everybody with a 110 was
120.
supposed to be an idiot. That's another thing. Like, you got to start lying about your 110.
Yeah. Do you
But
tell
then-
your kid they're a CRISPR kid though? Because that's so much pressure. Be like, yo, we made you smart. Like we put smartness into you, and then if they're not smart, be like, bro, we spent money.
Yo, we
to not
wasted
be
our
dumb.
bread.
Yeah.
So that's one good thing about not being able to have a baby right now is maybe if we wait a couple years, I could crisp the fuck out of this kid.
There you
know what I
go.
mean?
Chris,
them up.
that shit.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yo, I was gonna get stem cells because I have like tennis elbow right now,
Yeah.
and so I went to this guy, and I don't know how.
Tennis elbow already.
I've been playing. I'm nice.
And your left
No,
elbow.
no, you're not nice if
right.
you got tennis elbow already. That's what I'm saying. What are you doing?
I play, bro. I do
So-
this. I do this. Bro.
What a,
But, so-
I just have a question about the tennis. So can I ask, or you want to?
No, go.
Do you know what shot it is that's causing the most pain?
Slice.
I think it's my serve that I'm trying to slice on the serve, and it's just like that motion of doing this. It
wow.
keeps fucking it up.
Now, I was told by a PT that it was it comes from making that motion, like that.
Yeah.
You see how that muscle's moving right there?
Could be that too.
Damn.
But I got it on both sides, so I got the outside and here too. So they say I got golf elbow and tennis.
So one is probably
this
overhand,
one,
and the
and
other
one
is the
when I
backhand.
do backhands. Yeah.
Okay, so sorry to interrupt.
So went to this guy. He's
This is my worst nightmare. I'm sorry to interrupt again, but like, you fall in love with a sport, and you're so excited to play it every single day, and then your body limits you from being able to do it. Is like the most fucking frustrating, heartbreaking thing.
Yeah.
You build your whole schedule around doing it.
I've literally been playing every single day.
I know you got
And
the
it
machine. I'm watching you on Instagram. This is my worst nightmare.
Yeah.
Anytime I like almost sprain my ankle when I'm on the paddle court, I think about my whole summer. The whole summer flashes in front of me. Okay, go.
So go to this guy. Somehow I don't know exactly how he's getting around the loopholes of being able to use the stem cells from what's it called?
Your sperm?
No, the babies are connected to the mother through the umbilical
cord.
So
Yep.
that is still not FDA approved here. Like people, you have to go to fucking
Interesting. What about placenta?
Tijuana,
Can you-
placenta stems. So it's like they have to go to Tijuana now, Colombia, places
Colombia,
like
I've
that.
heard a lot too. Yeah.
Somehow he's getting around the system to where he's being able to use it, and he's
I
like,
can tell you what it is.
all the UFC guys go to him.
He's doing it for research. Speaking of it, if you're doing it for medical research, you're allowed to, in the same way that you're allowed to do medical research with certain drugs that are federally illegal.
Experimental procedure.
Experimental procedures. So if you can be part of the experimental procedure, then you can do it. Yeah, but it's harder to get in there. That's the thing. Yeah.
This guy, he had, like his clients. That's why I kind of got a little nervous because his clients are like mafia guys, UFC guys. Like everybody's paying straight cash because he can't. It's not insurance approved and shit like that. So I'm like, I don't know how I feel about that.
I mean,
maybe
run
I'll
it.
just do some exercises and try to fix this shit now.
You know Chris X? Chris
Williams.
Yeah, he's great podcast. He's I've done his pod. You recognize him from.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
he told me he went down to, I think it's public information. He talked about it, but I think he went down to Colombia to do his. I know a bunch of people have done it like real.
Yeah.
I know a dude.
Good results?
Yeah, huge. I know a neighbor who there's this thing where there's I think a hospital in New York that flies the whole hospital to an island. Is it
Yeah.
I've heard about this.
Yeah. So it's like I'm going to make one up in the Caribbean. I don't know which one it is.
Yeah.
Let's say it's Turks and Caicos or something. They essentially fly the whole staff and the island. They get the stem cells from either Colombia or maybe they get Norwegian stem cells or Swedish stem cells, whatever the fuck it is. And they do the procedures there where it's legal, but they take the entire staff that is from New York. So this is where the rich people from New York are like, I don't want to go to no fucking Colombian doctor's office. What are they going to stick in me? It might be. It might be. Like, I don't want to say yes because I don't know exactly, but like that's where these New Yorkers go.
Yeah.
I'm scared to go to Brazil and get my shit done. I want a New York doctor to do it. So these New York doctors' offices go, we'll build an office that will do 1 week a month. We'll fly you down, do the whole procedure. We put you up in a hotel. You recover there. We do everything. You're basically taking a vacation. Your wife is kayaking and hanging out on the beach while you get your stem cells, and then you guys go back. It's like the hair transplant shit, but they're doing it for stem.
And so what's also fucked up, it's like insurers, the medicine companies are trying to block the shit out of this because it will change medicine in a way where they're going to start making
They're going to stop medicating you.
Yeah.
Right
If
now.
you can actually fix shit, then it's like they make a lot less money. So he's like,
They're gonna do that to CRISPR too.
they're the ones that are stopping this.
Why we can't cure? Why cure Alzheimer's when you can find a medication?
Oh my
They'll let
God.
however many people just
Like,
die.
I'm telling you, I don't know if he was selling it, but he's like, bro, I see miracles. It's people who are like
Hobbling and they can
hobbling,
walking out.
and then
Now, how does it work? Like,
so stem cells are like, just think of a cell that hasn't chosen what it's going to be yet.
Yeah.
And so you insert it someplace, and then it just becomes that cell. So now you have brand new. So it's almost like baby cells, like they're fresh. They're not old, they're not worn, and so then you just like
regenerate.
yeah, pretty much.
And regeneration, I think, is the trickiest thing when it comes to longevity.
Yeah.
So like,
Because your cells are breaking down
Yep.
since day one.
And now you're just putting some fresh baby cells in there.
Oh, fire.
yeah,
It's crazy.
Are they your own stem cells?
No.
And I think
But
that
you
there's
could
like
take any stem
there's
cell.
almost like bigotry, and I've heard that like some people are saying like the stem cells from these certain places are better.
Oh, that's hilarious.
That's
I want black stem cells.
Yeah, 100%. I'm only getting.
You would think, but they were
Yeah.
saying this like Norwegian or Swedish ones were cleaner because this, that, the other. Now it could be just
they would.
that's the thing, right? But it's like
Yeah.
But it's also like the harvesting process and stuff like that, because like you can't even harvest it here. So it's like,
yeah.
And then when there's money in anything,
people are gonna find a way, but it's also gonna be a little. So if it's not regulated in any way, you could get some fugazi shit.
yeah, exactly.
I also think in the early 2000s, stem cells were like a big thing, and then
Religious.
the Bush administration used religion.
So here's the thing. I wonder if, to what Akash was saying, if you're a pharmaceutical company, right? You can't just go say, stop the science because you're a company of science. But what you can do is inflate the groups that are already against this.
Go to the religious people, be like, dude, that's the same as abortion. These could be baby lives. Are you going to let them do that? Let them do everything.
Do you think they're the one pushing that shit?
Quite possible, man.
And lobbying the FDA. It's like, this is unhealthy. This is
Yeah.
like too many. This can cause too many problems.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't even make sense that it has anything to do with abortion. But you just tell a couple fucking retards that,
Yeah.
and then they're going to run with it because they're retards.
Yeah.
There's no logical, you're not killing anything. You're actually extending lives,
And we can't
saving people.
We can't give them stem cells to get
think
them
what-
above 1
Yeah.
I think what they were saying is they were using some abortions for stem cells. But if you're not using the abortions, if you're using placenta or if you're using some of these,
I think you can use your own, right?
yeah, well, if you have it, not
If you have
everybody.
it. Yeah.
But like,
But,
I believe
umbilical
that
cord.
I believe that was some of the issue there.
Yeah, but I think there's ways around it. And if you just let the science advance, they'll find other ways to do it. You just gotta let the science
100%.
advance.
Yeah.
Christopher Reeves was a big advocate for stem cells because he was paralyzed.
Yeah.
And then I think he ended up dying. I remember thinking, there's gonna be a lot less progress on the stem cells thing because he's gone.
It's adrenochrome. It's basically adrenochrome.
But accessible.
Yeah, that's fire.
And not alive children.
Yeah.
That's fire.
So they were right. So the lizard people were right about the adrenochrome.
Yeah, the frogs
It
are
will help
gay.
you live forever.
Yeah. The adrenochrome is real.
That's funny.
It's kind of sick, dude.
That is crazy.
But have you ever heard of Henrietta Lacks? You ever heard of this? This is like
she was like, her blood is the reason like antibiotics. and
Yeah, all that
cells.
shit.
Her cancer cells were used.
Yeah.
What?
Here's a little Juneteenth fact for you.
Tell me.
Black lady too.
Basically, this woman, Henrietta Lacks, I don't know all the details, but basically, they used her cancer cells, I think against her will. She didn't know about it.
Yes.
as like the first, what they say, immortalized human cell line to do medical research. So like they did a bunch of research for like the polio vaccine, for like cancer research, AIDS, gene mapping, pharmaceutical testing, all based off of like her genome or some shit.
But she was like Wolverine or something?
Yeah,
Like,
it was
I don't know.
something special about her cell regenerate super fast, and it was like almost like a neutral blood, so you can like test it on just about anything. And so it's like if you want to test how this antibiotic is going to work against this blood, we have to test the same blood and change the antibiotic. And so because hers regenerates so fast, they can just do so many tests. And she didn't get any money for this, and her family's poor to this day, and they're still trying to suing.
Did you have to read this book for Rollins? This was my summer reading book, The Life of Henrietta Lacks or something. And it's a
They just wanted
really
you to read about a black woman suffering.
fucking hated it.
I know.
It's a great book about she had cervical cancer. She had cervical cancer, and they harvest her cells without her knowing, and then they use her cells and call them HeLa cells, Henrietta Lacks cells, for like the next 50 years. And a lot of like great things have come from those cells, but she never knew, and then her family didn't know, and then like just awful story for her.
It's fucked up.
Yeah,
But it was black people that saved the world.
American history, bro.
Damn, bro.
Great, thank you.
We can't get a
Our
GoFundMe going?
family should be crazy rich.
Yeah, let's get a GoFundMe going.
Yeah, let's
I mean, like when black people complain about cornrows on white people, I'm like, get over it. But that shit sounds like they should get paid. But
Yeah.
Should get paid, yeah.
Crazy, right? So yeah, I guess black people's DNA is what saves the world.
yeah, I mean, if you're gonna get something shot into your knees specifically, like I wouldn't put black DNA in your elbows. I would put that fucking Djokovic shit.
Oh yeah,
Like Albanian, what is he, like Serbian or Slav? Like,
Slovenian.
put that shit in there. Like, depending on the sport injury, I would
Serbian, I
put.
think, yeah.
He's
Yeah,
Serbian.
Serbian,
I would
okay.
put that type.
Yeah,
If you can, for real,
yeah.
you know, like what do you like?
But knees, you probably go black.
yeah,
Yeah,
LeBron.
or some whore.
Meg the Stallion.
Exactly. It just gets one or the other.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then like ankles, I'm trying to think. Back? Where do you go back? I might go Asian back.
Oh yeah, from squat.
Yeah. Deep squat.
Yeah, deep squat.
Yeah, that'd be kind of far.
Yeah. Okay, boys. We have to do a Patreon. We got listen. We got to discuss obviously this House of Dragon. I know Miles got some shit to say.
Yo, your neighbor Justin Timberlake got arrested, dude.
Yo, there was cameras because I was out there, and the cameras were around downtown. It was so funny. Like, everybody trying to get, because he got to go into the jail, but it's all this like little town. It's not like going into, the Tombs or whatever. Like in New York, it's not like going to, what is it called? City Hall. Mm-hmm. It's like next to a vintage shop, like some random mom and pop restaurant, and then Justin Timberlake is just kind of like walking out, and there's his cameras everywhere. So it's definitely the talk of the island. But he was zooted.
Yeah.
Must have been.
Yo, so here's the thing, like, how many times are celebs, and watch me, I hope y'all record me saying this right now, because I know I'm gonna get caught. So I hope y'all remind me of this shit when I say it. But how